Mm-hmm.
Let's see, we gotta figure this out. Chat, I think. I think it's this. See if that works. Yay!
Yes.
Worked.
Nice.
All
Hey,
right.
Jacob.
Sorry about that.
Right at the drop.
Right at the drop. Beautiful. We got Jacob in chat.
Yes, we do.
Damn right.
Of course we do. Here to take his #1 crown.
Yeah.
Right at the start.
All right. We are going to settle in. At least I need
Full
to settle
carnivore.
in. Okay. Hell yeah, let's freaking go. No Zach today, yeah. Zach is, I believe, I think, yeah, he's over in Nashville now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's over in Nashville with his family.
So no Zach.
You may or may not see him in chat. We'll see. If he decides to pop in or
He's
not.
actually probably closer to you, Jacob, than he is to us at this point.
Oh yeah, for sure. Over in Tennessee, yeah. Tennessee to Indiana, yeah. All right. Hell yeah.
I just took photos of it today, and I gotta say, Jacob, the way I made your bracelet is my new favorite way to make bracelets. It actually
Subs
came
away.
out so cool. Hi, Zoe.
All right. Shall we? Let's do this. 3, 2, 1. Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Attack the Talk on a beautiful Thursday night. And we're here. As you can see, I'm your host, AJ, joining with you guys live. And we have my co-host, Lex.
Hi.
And not with us today is our other co-host, Zach. Zach actually traveled over to Nashville. He's out over there with his family. And man, yeah. So we wish Zach all the best out over there in Nashville. We're happy that, you know, he had nice and safe travels. We hope that he has a great and safe time. And you may or may not see Zach in chat. Depends on if Zach's feeling like he wants to go
I know.
ahead and say what's up to us. He said he would, and hopefully Zach's able to go ahead and tune in.
Yeah.
But if not, that just means he's having a great time out over in Nashville.
Yeah.
So we're back. I'm excited to go ahead and continue on with the story. We were finishing up episode 14 of season 4. We're moving along, guys, slowly
I
but
know.
surely.
Chugging through.
We will be beginning episode 15, Soul Salvation. This will be part 1 of our episode breakdown discussion. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and kind of get some more, yeah, man, just more information. You know?
More insight, because season 4 kind of just throws you in it,
Oh, yeah.
and you're left with a lot of assumptions.
Yep.
But a lot of these questions are starting to get answered,
Yeah.
and you're starting to get more questions.
Also, too, you guys see the title of the stream. It is, I believe, yeah, we need Zeke to save everyone. And we're going to also kind of understand what that's all about, because some of us may or may not want Zeke to save us.
Yeah.
And depending on what side of the spectrum you're on in terms in terms of where you stand in the series. See, I want to associate myself with the Island of Parody, so I don't think maybe I necessarily need Zeke to save me.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm rooting for another Jaeger.
I understand where Zeke is coming from, but I do not agree.
Yeah, absolutely. But we have some friends in chat that are live with us right now. We have, of course, Jacob. What's up, Jacob? We hope Jacob's doing well. Jacob says he is hyped for his Lexy line bracelet. That's awesome. I was gaming with Jacob earlier in the week, and I think it was actually last Friday, Friday night, and yeah, Jacob was talking about it. He said he's just so hyped for it, and kind of more or less a little bit of the theme. Not a little bit, but tell me what the theme is, and kind of a little bit of what, you know, just kind of direction for you and stuff, you know? And he was super excited, and, you know, as for me, like, let's just say he wants a One Piece themed Lexy line bracelet. Yeah. And
Jacob and I did chat about his theme a little more yesterday.
Oh, cool.
Because I'm sorry, Jacob, what you were asking for I'm sorry that it wasn't realistic for me to have every single character in one bracelet. So we narrowed it down. And which he was totally fine with. He actually gave this option at the beginning. Yeah. But just a Chopper themed bracelet.
Yeah. That's kind of a theme that he talked about how he was hoping for, and what I told my advice to Jacob was just give as much information to Lex as possible, and she's going to try to go ahead and fulfill that and do the best of her abilities, and you know, he's going to be happy with the product and the end result either way. And yeah, so he actually mentioned it to me and Zach. We were all gaming, playing Destiny, and yeah, me and Zach were both very excited, and we want to see it. I even told Jacob, I was like, hey man, when it's all said and done, you got it. Like, you got to go ahead and send a pic with it on your wrist.
I know.
You know, so that's cool.
I would love to see a photo. I mean, obviously in all of my packages, I send a handwritten note, so you're also going to get that.
Yeah, very cool.
And yeah, also thank you, Jacob, for ordering from Lexy line. Yeah. That helps so much. And
I want to also go ahead and mention too that, like, think about what Jacob is ordering. He's ordering a very specific themed bracelet that Lexy herself is going to go ahead and create. And if you guys are interested in that, you guys have maybe something specific in mind that you would love for somebody as talented as Lex to go ahead and try to create for you guys, please just go ahead and check out what she's got over at Lexy line. It's her Etsy jewelry store that she has available for all of us. You know, we can go ahead and kind of see what's going on. And also, again, like I'm just mentioning, like if you want something specific, you know, Lex will go ahead and do whatever she can to make that become a reality. Yeah. And
I genuinely just have so much fun just going through my inventory and picking things that will fit this person's vision and stuff, and that'll work. And just the creativity in itself, it really fulfills me enough. And if I'm honored to do any order from any of you guys, then I'm happy.
Yeah. Absolutely. And then again, you guys are going to be happy with the end result once you go ahead and you get it in the mail. And also to get like a cool little personal letter, you know, from Lex is also really, really cool. And so, yeah, I'm excited to see how it turns out. Yeah. Jacob, don't forget, you got to go ahead and send us a picture once you get it.
Yeah. I wanted to post pictures of it so bad, but I'm like, no, I wanted to be a surprise for Jacob. Like when you open it, cool. I don't want you to check Lexy line first and then see like, this is what it looks like. I want you to open it and not know what to expect.
Yeah, because that's the best way to do it. Yeah. You know, and
thank you for being so specific, Jacob. I love that you added wrist dimensions because that's so hard.
That's super helpful. Yeah. Yeah.
So it made it a lot easier to really just not have like really go more experimentative with my way that I make it instead of just having it have to be a lot of chain to make it adjustable. So thank you, Jacob.
Yeah, beautiful. And again, not to go ahead and kind of disclose too much of the conversation that we were having, but, you know, Jacob was very excited because he, from what I can remember, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, Jacob, but Jacob said he doesn't really have a whole lot of jewelry, so this is going to be something that he gets to go ahead and have and to wear, and something that he's going to be really excited to, you know, to own. Yeah. So
I would love to be a piece in your jewelry box or on your wrist.
Yeah. Also, we have in chat, we have our friend Zway. What's up, Zway? Zway is with us here live. And Zway, we hope you're doing well. and thank you so much for joining us. We're getting a little bit of feedback in terms of not wanting to be saved by Zeke. I did see Jacob says, I'm not saving Zeke.
Yeah.
You're not saving him, but do you want to be saved by Zeke? Let's just say, hey, you know what? You need some help. And Zeke turns the corner and asks you, hey, Jacob, you need any help? Are you going to go ahead and see him, recognize him, and say, yeah, let me get help? Or are you going to be like, I know you.
I know, or be like,
I'm a fan of the other Jaeger.
Yeah, actually, I like your brother a little better.
I also saw this way too earlier in chat mentioned about how not wanting to go ahead and be saved by Zeke as well.
Yeah.
So sorry, Zeke. I don't think you got really a whole lot of fans necessarily here over on Attack the Talk. We have Josh live with us. Josh says we are live. Damn right. We are live, and Josh, again, I hope that you are doing well as also my friend, and I miss gaming with you, man. Yeah, good stuff.
I'm adding in my Lexy Lines info into the chat for you guys to see.
Perfect. Keep an eye out for that over in chat. Jacob says, "Give me the royal blood." You want that royal blood? You want a little royal blood transfusion? I don't know if it works that way, buddy.
Yeah, royal blood transfusion. I wonder if that would be. No,
that reminds me
it has to be genetic.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, then again, you never know. I mean, you might get a little sprinkle of the royal blood, but that blood will not be flowing through your veins, man. You're just gonna have a little bit of it.
Yeah.
But if that's the case, then yeah, think about all the different blood transfusions that would happen. Yeah, as he says, if brother give me the royal blood, I will trust him. Okay, that's true. If there's something in it for you, you can give me some power, Zeke. Give me some power.
Well, we have
Zeke episode finally. Yeah, so. Zeke
is really interesting.
We're approaching Zeke territory. Now, obviously, we saw Zeke in the not best of shape.
Yeah.
The last time we talked about him over last week's episode.
He's looking a little less than what he was.
He's on the brink of death, is what we see. I mean, his body's burnt up to just levels of just like gruesomeness. And obviously,
what else do you expect when you're being taken care of by
yeah,
Ackerman?
exactly. It's exactly what I was going to go ahead and allude to. But Levi's having fun in that particular time. Wasn't having fun before. They're kind of going back and forth with trying to kill each other. And Zeke is right now on the receiving end of like described, just being on the brink of death. But we are going to go ahead and go back. We're going to learn more about Zeke and his story. And Zeke is a very interesting character. Now, we're out here on this episode at the start of it. We're clowning on Zeke a little bit because we're like, yo, bro, we don't want to be saved by you. But again, it depends on what side of the coin you're rooting for here. Now, Zeke is the war chief, and he is the war chief for a reason. So I think that you are going to go ahead and feel a little bit better, more at ease, a little bit safer if Zeke shows up, right, to help, if you are on that side. I, of course, referring to the side of Marley. However, if you are over on the side of Parody and you happen to see, Zeke step foot on land there in the island, I don't think you're going to be very happy, which we've seen from the reactions to pretty much everybody once they found out Zeke was there.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh gosh, here we go. But
I'm good. I'd rather not fight him.
Zeke is a multi-layered character because of his story and because of really the information and the history that he himself is being fed to. And I mean by that, but like something very similar to Grisha when he was younger. His father was trying to go ahead and force feed knowledge and information, right, for a certain agenda, where we're going to go ahead and learn.
Definitely like just pushing his agenda on his poor child.
And we're going to learn that the apple doesn't fall very far from the tree in terms of that specific Marleyan, Jaeger, kind of father-son dynamic. And that's one specific influence that he received, but also there is another influence that he receives, another role model, but perhaps of another father figure. And we saw that specific character as well, which is, that character is Mr. Sauver. And, he is a character that we don't see a whole lot in the series, but he does have a lasting impression, which we see even from a quote from Zeke last week when, I can't remember the quote verbatim, but he so desperately wanted his glasses.
Yeah.
And that is just an item of comfort and an item that he cherishes. And
it's like his reason why he's even like living doing this.
Yeah. Or as Jacob calls him, the dude with the baseball.
Yeah. The dude with the baseball.
The dude with the baseball. That's right. Also, in chat, Lexy did drop that code. So make sure you guys go ahead and see that code. Use that code if you guys are interested.
It's not showing up in chat. But it's Lexy.
You can send me the link and I'll be able to go ahead.
.etsy.com.
Yeah. If you send me the link, I can go ahead and post it.
Okay.
Sorry, only creator privileges.
Okay.
But yeah, Zeke is
I don't have the permission.
You do not have the permission.
Okay, I'll send it.
No. That permission goes to the commander.
The
commander of Attack the Talk, okay? You guys are section commanders.
Yes.
All right. You send it to me?
Yes.
Beautiful. All right, guys, I'm about to go ahead and send that link.
I need to go grab a charger really quick.
Okay.
Realize that I am low power.
All right, guys, about to go ahead and post that Lexy line link. Boom. Link should be available for you guys now. And that is, if you guys want to go ahead and check out what Lexy's got cooking over on Lexy line. Also, Lexy did drop earlier the code to use for a discount. All right. But so going back to Zeke. So again, Zeke is fascinating because of the development that he goes through. We're going to go ahead and see him at a young age in this specific episode. That's where the episode starts, episode 15.
I was practicing.
And yo, Drub, what's up, dude? Hey, thanks for streaming.
Hi,
dude, thanks for joining us, man.
Yeah.
We appreciate you. The last time you were here with us, you saw Aaron. Yeah, you saw. You saw Gabi do her thing.
I know. We know where you're at. Where are you at now? Any updates?
Yeah. Any updates?
Your Attack on Titan journey?
Yeah. Speaking of updates, I do want to update. So Zebra Cakes continuing to watch Attack on Titan is over on season 3.
No way.
So finished up season 2, now in season 3, and seeing.
She's in, like, the
so she's seeing the scouts become the criminals, the ones that they're trying to go ahead and you know. I guess, you know, they're trying to...
government agendas arc.
I was trying to say they're trying to make them captives or whatever, but I couldn't find the right word. But yeah, they're the ones who are supposed to be in prison cells. You know, they're not allowed to go ahead and do scout activity.
Yeah.
And
so... warrant out for them.
Actually, she finished that arc. She finished the coup d'etat.
Oh, she did?
So what she's where she's at right now is Mr. Rod Rice.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's so icky.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm so excited for that.
She already does not like him. And
what did she say about my Go Otowo?
What did you say about my Go Otowo? As far as what I remember about what she mentioned about the Levi squad, it was more so just the fact that you know, Levi having to go ahead and go through that unfortunate tragedy of seeing them all and witnessing them all, you know, die such a horrific death, and the fact that Annie showed literally no remorse or anything. And yeah, hey, what's up? We got Tish in chat. Tish says the aura feels less pickly for some reason.
I think we know the reason, Tish.
Yeah, we're missing Zach. We do miss Zach. The energy is not quite as fired up without Zach, but we're doing the best we can to go ahead and match that level. You don't have to say sorry. We know that Zach brings that just like that energy level.
Usually
like
I'm
that,
not
you know?
fired up.
No, you're the logical Lex. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Bring logic to our conversations here.
I'm the balance.
Yeah, the balance that we need. And I'm just, you know, the host who tries to go ahead and
you're the Armin.
Dude, yeah, I'm the Armin. I like it.
You're the Armin.
Jacob goes, Levi wishes he was as cool as Ottawa. And then Drow says, yeah, I'm surprised everyone forgave Annie as easily as they did. So that's an interesting statement there.
Yeah.
Now,
but I'm glad, Drow, that you binged it all.
Now you
know,
including a long the movie. Time since they saw Annie, right?
Yeah.
And that is a very valid statement. The fact that she steps foot over on the island again, and everybody's just kind of like, okay, granted, the circumstances are already pretty grim.
Yeah.
And they can use all the help. Yeah, all the help that they can get. There's not a whole lot of familiar faces in terms of, you know, ones that are going to go ahead and necessarily recognize Annie to the point where it's like they can do something about it, because unfortunately the wine kind of got to them.
Yeah.
But that is a very like legitimate and valid statement to say. But like Lexy mentioned, I mean, you can just whatever, you know, allies and comrades, you know, you can get in that moment. And when you can get a Titan warrior as an ally, yeah. So, but yeah, to think about the devastation that Annie created and caused for her mission, and to just go ahead and walk free, and to go ahead and just kind of munch on some pie.
Yeah.
And, just to join the group.
Everyone has their path, everyone has their faults.
That'd be like Aaron going back to Marley, after an extended period of time.
Eating
and then
ice cream.
Be like, yeah, absolutely. Joe says, yeah, the finale of the movie broke my heart. Such a great story to make so many people feel powerful emotions. But yeah, true. Annie was super important to have, and I guess she had suffered enough. Yeah,
that's a matter of opinion.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree with you, Drub. Yeah, finale, yeah. But it is a great story.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so powerful that, exactly what you were saying, just to feel the array of emotions that you do watching, this powerful series. Mm-hmm. It's special. I always say it's a special thing because anytime you go ahead and you come across any kind of work of art and it forces you to feel, and they're like lasting impressions and emotions, and you don't always come across that in art.
The chemistry of my brain.
Yeah, you don't always come across that. You can go ahead and feel something in the moment, but they're not always lasting. They don't always go ahead and kind of like linger, and for better or worse, we go ahead and we have those emotions, and I think that it's so cool to have scenes really kind of go ahead and strike us in such a way where we feel sadness, or we feel anger, or we feel just like excitement, or passion, and love for just whatever it's happening, right?
We're over here screaming at the TV.
And there's so many of those specific scenes in Attack on Titan. So I agreed, Drob, I agree. It was a beautiful series, and to think that there's been 2 years since the finale? We're going on 2 years? Less, huh?
No, yeah, 2 sounds right. I think 2.
Yeah.
Since I thought it was more, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, 2 years.
Well, I know it was 4 years for season 4.
Oh, you're right.
It's been 4 years since season 4, since the start of it.
Which is crazy.
Yeah. And then I want to say it's 2 years, but yeah, it's crazy. But a very beautiful story.
We have a podcast. Did you expect us to be like, no, it's not that good?
I know. Bobby says, Jesus, that long. Yeah, what's up, Bobby? And
hey, Bobby.
Again, you can go ahead and fact check me, but I want to say that
time is crazy, huh?
The finale was. Let me go ahead and look it up. I could be way wrong, because I have, again, the season 4 confusion. Oh, remember hearing this live? Mm-hmm. Oh man, so good. Attack on Titan finale.
I was talking about that concert with Luca, because you know how he did it twice. Obviously did it with us, and then he did it in Vegas.
Yeah.
He was talking about we were ranking every concert we've gone to.
Yeah.
And Attack on Titan is up there. I think that's his number, a close second.
Okay.
That's his close second, I think.
Very cool. What was his number 1?
Tyler, the Creator.
Okay. Very, very cool. So yeah, to be more specific about the season 4 finale, November 4th, 2023.
Mm-hmm. Wow. So
says the final episode of Attack on Titan was released on November 4th, 2023. The 85-minute series finale aired at midnight on November 5th, 2023, which corresponded to the afternoon of November 4th in Western time zones.
2 years and 2 months. Almost exactly 2 years and 2 months.
Crazy. Wow.
Because today is the 5th.
Yep. Craziness, guys. Yeah, time. What even is time?
I know.
Time passed.
I did read a study recently that was like, the way that we interpret time and store memories is completely different now because of how social media and technology and just being on our phones is ingrained into our everyday now.
Yeah.
So time feels like so blurry to us all now, especially since the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
Time is time, right?
So we got a couple questions. Zoe asked first question. Here's a question. What would you choose to be? Lolliet or Light?
Well, spoiler, either way you die. I would rather be in Light's situation, I think.
Light?
But I wouldn't be like Light. But I would rather be in his situation, I think.
Okay.
Than in L's.
But what if you're forced to go ahead and be and act as these characters? Subconsciously, you have no control other than you are that character, and you are going to be behaving and acting as the same as they are.
Well, being L does
series.
sound pretty chill.
Yeah.
I already sit the same way, eat sweets.
Yeah, I'm thinking more towards L, because
eat sweets, sit weird, and be logical.
So much.
Was that me?
There's just so much work putting into being Light.
But I want to hang out with Ryuk.
I mean, that's true. I mean, I guess technically you are if you're L as well, but you don't necessarily know or are aware of it.
You're not really aware that he's around until after.
So
he
Zoe clarifies on this question, because what I mean is, have Light's ego or L's calm and high IQ and a detective. So I guess you're a detective either way, but which detective do you want to be? Do you want to have the ego of of Light, or the... So you'd rather be L?
Yeah.
You'd rather have that calm and...
With more clarification, my answer is L. Lawliot. Final answer.
Yeah. Final answer. We also have another question from Drub, and Drub says, yeah, no doubt, this is a once-in-a-lifetime story, it seems. I don't want to jump ahead, and feel free to not answer if you want, but I'm curious, what do you guys feel your most powerful memory of the ending is?
Like, what sticks with you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's such a good question, Drub.
For me, it's the journey that Armin and Eren embark on, and we get more clarity as to what really is in Eren's mind, and the fact that Eren kind of left, just they weren't even like letters; they were just like they were experiences. He was able to have conversations and talk with certain people, and we got to really understand more about what he was really feeling, and how he really felt about Mikasa, and for Armin and Eren to do that, because Armin's my favorite character, and to see them kind of at the different stages of their lives and throughout Attack on Titan, I think that's something that was it was really cool, and for me, that's something that has really kind of lasted into my mind.
And you can really like you said, it sticks with you. There's some stuff that you can identify with that makes it easier to stick with you.
Yeah.
For me, I think Jacob says sing the massacre my boy. For me, the thing that sticks with me the most, which is very a cheat answer, but it's the lesson of Attack on Titan, at least interpreted in my way, even though there's not a whole lot of ways to interpret it, but some people interpret it different ways.
Yeah.
And we could talk about that too if you guys want to talk about the way you interpret it. But
yeah, please.
I like how we get that reveal about Eren, admitting that he is genuinely a slave to freedom. He's put in this situation, and this is the best that he could do with. This is the best lemonade he can make with his lemons. This is the best he could do. And how, even though, this whole show is, it's a shonen, it's action, it's about war, but really it's about freedom and peace and what it takes to get there, or what it takes to not have it. Yeah. And I think that that's super cool that it's a play on freedom, and how, because we have so many different characters that their goal is freedom, but they all do it in so many different ways. Armin's is probably personally my favorite way, because he will find any solution that doesn't require violence, and he would just rather talk it through. But some people like Levi would rather just be cut it out literally.
Yeah.
But I think what sticks with me is really just probably what might be the same scene. It's hearing Eren crying to Armin.
Yeah.
And really being we finally get to see Eren being genuinely being genuine and truthful, and letting him feel his feelings and being expressive for the first time in forever in the finale.
Yeah.
And I think that really sticks with me the most. I like the whole lesson of Attack on Titan. Isayama, you really did a good job with that one.
Yeah, very well said. And also,
hi, Eddie.
Chat, we have Eddie. Eddie says, not going out tonight because I'm hanging out with you guys.
Hey,
hell yeah. What's
thanks,
up, Eddie? Appreciate you sticking around with us, man, and hanging out with us, please. And what we would love for you guys now to do is, because Drub presented a really interesting question, and I would love, I'm sure Lexy would love, for you guys to go ahead and tell us what specific moment, scene, or lesson really lasted, just with you guys, during the finale. We would love to go ahead and kind of hear that. Also, again, this question comes with spoiler territory, so I want to go ahead and give a spoiler warning over to anybody that hasn't watched all of Attack on Titan.
If you just came into stream, I was just talking about the entire ending and story of Attack on Titan, the spoiler. So hopefully,
but you guys are aware that we go ahead and we chat spoilers sometimes. But please let us know what scene, moment, lesson has lasted with you after watching the finale. Drub says, when I read that Armin never knew the plan changed from trying to talk, that's why he screamed so viscerally in the end, seeing Eren.
Yeah, the whole time Armin was like, I'm pretty sure I can talk to Eren. I'm pretty sure that I can do this, whatever. So that's why, obviously, seeing that it's like the final nail in the coffin of being like, yeah, there's no way we can talk through this.
Yeah.
Because all throughout, I mean, and we'll see more of it. We'll actually review it more. But Armin is always like, we can talk it through.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it. I'll talk about it when we get there. And then Eren's like, you have to kill me. We're not talking.
Yeah. Can I mention some honorable mentions? Mm-hmm. 2 scenes. Well, I guess kind of one of them is like, it's the same thing, but maybe in a different parts. But I really like when certain characters come back. Like, I really liked when, like, in the past they needed help, and all of a sudden some characters who were Titan warriors showed up to go ahead and help with the mission.
Yeah,
it was really cool to go ahead and see those characters return in their Titan forms and help during like the climax. It was like a fight.
Redemption.
Yeah,
it was a lot of redemption and a lot of just like closing of chapters for these people. Because
that brought a lot of hype. As a fan of it, and you go ahead and you see these characters return, in spirit, and they're there in their Titan forms and stuff, so that was really cool. But the other honorable mention moment was when we're able to also see the like guardian angels of characters, with Jean and Connie being able to go ahead and see Sasha saluting again and smiling over to them, and also Levi seeing off at a distance, just all of them there.
Bringing both closure to the characters and the audience. Yeah. Because that really does nicely, like, bookend their stories.
Jacob literally just put it in chat. Yeah, so this is also Levi saluting all the commanders that passed on. Yeah. That scene is very, very beautiful and very, very sad. And Jacob also says, mine would probably be Levi making it to the end, but I don't remember. Why is he paralyzed?
He's not paralyzed. From what I remember, he's just... I mean, after the extreme battle, he's just old and injured. Yeah. he's just done.
Just be wear and tear and
he's
stuff,
a veteran.
And I think he really pushed his body literally to the brink.
Yeah.
We see him when like
he was only using 2 fingers to battle. So
absolutely. So I think that's just kind of him finally just like resting and stuff, and
he's just a retired veteran, man.
Yeah. I like how Zoe goes, pretty much sorry, not sorry for the spoiler.
Yeah, sorry, not sorry for the spoiler.
Yeah. I mean, you guys have been warned. Come on.
Yeah.
But please let us know in chat again what you guys are, what scene you guys really enjoyed in the finale. All right. So as we are continuing to settle in, we like to go ahead and kind of just mention about, kind of just throughout the week and stuff like that, what we were up to, whatnot, so if you guys did anything fun or exciting during this past week, please, just let me know. Let Lex know. Like we want to go ahead and know what you guys were up to, and if you guys did anything fun or exciting, or if you guys have anything fun or exciting planned, that's coming up. And we have Valentine's Day that's going to be happening next week, not this weekend, but the following weekend.
Yeah, the following.
So if you guys have any plans for that,
it's a 3-day weekend, by the way, President's Day. If you guys get work off on President's Day. So yeah, just let us know.
Zoe says I'm just drawing. Awesome, yeah.
Cool.
But Lex, you do anything fun or exciting, or kind of just like the usual?
I didn't tell you
Eventful?
this. I didn't tell you this either. I got a tattoo yesterday.
Oh, you got a tattoo yesterday.
And I'll just show you guys.
Whoa.
Isn't it super cool?
Okay.
So.
Very, very interesting. So a little something more symmetrical this time.
It's just, hold on, where's the mic? It's just dots here that looks very lacy.
Yeah.
And then I wanted a star cross, I don't know, symbolism.
Okay.
My like soul and stuff. But in reality, I always talk about this and people are always like, what? I'm like, oh, I'm so blank.
Yeah.
And they're like, you have tons of tattoos. I'm like, yeah, but they're all really cool statement pieces, but I want to like really fill in and get my vision, like finish I'm also so grateful and so blessed that I live in a day and age where I can express myself through tattoos.
Yeah.
And bringing a normalization to education because the kids love my tattoos.
You're able to show them at work?
Yeah, not these ones because I wear.
Oh, you're wearing a shirt.
I wear a shirt. But yeah, like the ones on my arms and stuff, obviously the kids see when I'm wearing shorts. They see, some of them actually know who Ryuk is. I have Ryuk tatted on my calf, and some of them, most of them are like, is that the Joker? And I'm like, yeah, it's whatever. And they're like, scary. I'm like, yeah, isn't it scary? It's cool, huh? And some of them are like, that's from Death Note. I'm like, yeah, it is. Well, you shouldn't be watching that. But yeah, I decided to get something not so much of like a piece, more of just something that will...
A little something for you.
Yeah, a little something to decorate the temple that is my body.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
So on pain tolerance, what were you working with?
Obviously, this was super small. It felt fine, actually. I was worried because, I'm really bony. And I was worried that I was going to be able to feel my sternum vibrating or something,
Yeah.
Like when I have a tattoo that's near my hip bone, and that felt like my hip bone was vibrating. But the one here, honestly, it was fine. It was actually super easy. It feels exactly like it feels exactly like there is a needle vibrating on your chest.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to say tattoos don't hurt.
Yeah.
They're going to hurt.
It really depends on your pain tolerance.
A very, and you end up getting kind of numb to it after a while.
Drub says, I want an AOT tattoo now. Okay, Drub, what kind of AOT tattoo would you get?
You should ask AJ to show you his AOT tattoos.
I have a few of them, nothing too crazy. I have a little bit of and you guys aren't able to see, but I'll tell you guys what I got. I just got a Levi teacup. Levi's.
Don't worry, guys. Our funding isn't high enough to get a cameraman yet that can zoom in on the stuff for us.
I have the key to the basement. I also have Levi, or Aaron himself.
That one's really cool.
Back here.
It's like Aaron's eyes and like a manga panel. It's super cool.
Very, very cool. And that might be all the AOT ones that I have. I have some of my hero ones, but yeah. And I have Ryuk as well. I have Eevee. I have Jason.
You have a, yeah.
I have a scratch from Harvey.
Yeah, you have I'm like, oh, that's a new one. No, it's just a scratch.
It's a scratch. But Zoe says, get a Levi tattoo.
On your arm. Well, you have the cup.
I have
pretty
the
Levi
teacup.
Representative.
Drop says, hi, I just heard today why Levi holds the tea the way he does.
Oh, did you hear about did you do it hold on, let me just hear what you heard, Drub.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if it's real, but I've heard that he holds it that way because he has a small enough nose to do it, and he does it to mock Irvin because Irvin has a big nose and can't.
Oh, okay. So
that's what I've heard.
Confirm or deny.
What have you heard, Drub?
Yeah, what have you heard about the reasoning why Levi holds the tea the way he does?
What's the tea on the tea?
Yeah, Zoe wants a one-piece tattoo. That'd be cool. What?
Surprisingly, I don't have an AOT tattoo.
Yeah, you don't.
But I always talked about that I have. Oh, and I think I do still plan to get it. I really like that image in the book Historia's book of the little girl giving an apple to the monster, to the beast that looks weirdly like Ymir's Jaw Titan. But I think that's really cool and symbolic. If I were to get one, they would be that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good one. I remember, you mentioned that over in the podcast before. Yeah, it's a good idea.
Don't take my idea. I'm taking it.
One that I mentioned before that I would love to get would just be that freaking image of Aaron becoming the coordinate or whatever, the scary founding titan.
Yeah, when it all clicks for him.
Yeah.
And then he just has that that face, that glare.
Yeah.
And the art style of that scene too is just so like there's so much texture. It's so
freaking
cool.
like scratchy.
Yeah,
you know?
it's so cool.
Yeah. Job gave you a response. I don't know if you want to read it.
I heard it in a YouTube video that he broke a tea set, and since he grew up poor, he was extremely traumatic. LOL, poor Levi.
Oh, so it was to be gentle.
It's so that he was like, I'm never breaking another cup again. Okay, I like that better than the mocking big noses
Maybe
thing.
that's kind of the tattoo I was alluding to, the rumbling tattoo, but I don't think that's when he necessarily releases the rumbling. I think that's when he taps into the past.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
He realizes that he's like, okay, so everyone is connected, and I can use this. I can control this.
But if you did get a rumbling tattoo, just a bunch of freaking just like roaming colossal titans,
it'd have
that
to
would
be like a back
crazy.
piece with roaming.
Yeah, that would be. That actually would go pretty hard.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, that'd be pretty crazy.
A back piece that's like all you see the titans there. There's smoke, maybe like the walls or whatever. They're approaching the city.
Yeah,
as a back piece.
I'm sure there's a specific like moment in the series where you can go ahead and kind of use as that. That'd be cool.
All right, so someone get it. It's only like $2,000, $3,000.
Tattoos are expensive, so
I know, that's why I haven't gotten one in a while.
If they weren't, I would have a lot more.
I know. If they weren't so expensive, I'd have a lot more.
Yeah.
But bills, I guess.
Yeah, right.
Living.
So Jacob earlier asked about what he's kind of been up to. He says nothing really, but after I got my license, after I get my license, I'm gonna have to get another job. My hours are dropping. Oh man, sorry to hear that. Hopefully, you're able to find something relatively soon, and something that you do enjoy to do. Enjoy doing. It is important to go ahead and find something that you at least somewhat enjoy doing. Mm-hmm. Zoe says, Zoe's all tatted up. Right on, Zoe.
He's gotten a tattoo before.
Yeah. Drub's asking, do you guys feel Mikasa is most tragic? Never wanted to join the Scouts, wanted to be with friends and family. Even in the end, she's just sitting by the tree wearing her childhood sweater, crying, wants peace. Mikasa is a character where, we see that, like, you may think of her and think, like, oh, she's just a badass. She doesn't really express a lot of emotion. But we see that she is, like, she holds in a lot of emotion.
Yeah.
To your point, Drub, like, she has had to sacrifice a lot for those that she cares about, and things obviously change when Eren gets into the picture.
Yeah.
Right. For Ackerman reasons.
Yeah.
But
and then it just seems like she is a victim to following that Jaeger.
One thing, a moment that I did really feel for Mikasa was when Eren was over in Marley and he needed their help, and they did arrive, and Mikasa was almost just pleading with Eren, please let's just go home.
Yeah.
And we talked about it like that must have required a lot of strength on her part, and
because that was her first time seeing him in, I don't know how long he was MIA for.
Yeah. And so that was definitely a moment, but in the entirety of the series, there are characters that have had to literally face a lot of adversity, a lot of tragedy, a lot of emotions, and they appear to be, like, majority of them Ackermans. Yeah. They are the strongest of the strong when it comes to characters that are not Titans, right?
To be in that situation.
They need to go ahead and have that armor, that kind of invisible armor, where they're just like, they're constantly repelling bullets, and they're constantly being the protector, and they're obviously very, very strong for a reason. And we do see, like, the layers of these Ackermans. We talked in jokes with Levi at times calling him a softie, but we see that he does have those emotions where he cares a lot. He cares sometimes too much, but he never shows it, but we see just like moments with him alone kind of feeling those emotions, and even when Kenny was on the brink of his death, and he very easily could have made a selfish decision, but did not. And learning about Kenny's story too, we see it's like these Ackermans are very, very layered, and they have a lot of different deep emotions, but again, they're so strong that it's almost like if they show the emotions, it prevents them from being strong. And Mikasa is another example of that, where it's like just has to go ahead and know what your for lack of a better word, like what your mission is.
Yeah.
And if your mission is to be alongside this person and protect that person, then you have to do it to your best, fullest abilities. Yeah.
And that's really good.
Yeah.
Drub even says, yeah, no doubt she's a badass, but part of that is because of how strong she is emotionally.
I agree. Yep.
Like how strong emotionally she is. In season 4, she definitely breaks down a bit.
Well, absolutely. And again, it has to do with the character arc and change that Eren goes through. And we see it happening. And we talked about it, I want to say like a month or so ago with the conversation that Eren has with both Mikasa and Armin.
Makes her cry. And what a jerk.
Yeah. Jake goes, Kenny just don't have emotions. He just doesn't show them really. But, we see that like he has a lot of emotions for Levi. Mm-hmm. And it's just like he is a hardened, grizzled old man, right?
Yeah.
And the way that he grew up, right? The way that he lived.
Yeah.
Right.
You're not really allowed to have big expressions.
Yeah, you don't have emotions, right? Emotions are they're left at the door, right?
Drub says, great points. Kenny before death was spitting.
Yeah. But like
thanks, Drub.
You see when it comes to characters that they genuinely care about, like there's deep emotions there.
Yeah.
Like that's why there's a talking point about Levi and Irvin about them being like in a romantic kind of relationship. It's because there are such strong,
there's
emotions there.
Complex emotions that they can't even understand themselves because they're in the predicament they're in Attack on Titan. But yeah, plenty of complex, strong emotions that even if they're not super expressed a lot of the time, you know that they're still there.
Yeah, of course, they're just suppressed.
Yeah.
They can't show emotions because that's showing weakness.
Because that's not a strong soldier.
Yeah, absolutely not. And then, that's kind of what
whatever they say.
They are.
Good soldiers follow orders.
Yeah, that's kind of what they're unfortunately like ingrained to go ahead and believe.
Yeah.
Which is why we even see Eren at the state that he is. Like he is essentially numb.
Yeah.
He's not showing any emotions. That's again like showing the emotions is weakness, right? He's not going to show any emotions to his friends.
Yeah.
And so
especially
romance or bromance. Well,
predicament.
It depends. It depends on what you want to believe.
Yeah. Again, that's also up for interpretation.
Yeah. Just look at the way he holds his cup. Imagine. No, I'm kidding. Yeah. I'm kidding.
Hold his cup, man.
So, Drub, great questions. You keep the questions coming in chat. We love to go ahead and talk about. We love to go ahead and get deep here. We're not suppressing anything here.
Yeah.
So we love to go ahead and kind of
we are not known to suppress emotions.
Yeah, not at all. But yeah, very cool. So kind of going back to
right, catching up.
Yeah. So tattoo, very, very cool.
Yeah, anything tattoo. Else? That's kind of really all that I wanted to share, I think.
Very cool.
Work's been great.
Good.
I've been working out. I don't know.
Yeah.
Same old, same old. Oh, and on February 1st, it was Luca and I's 4-year anniversary.
4 years. Wow.
Woo!
That's season 4 stuff right there.
I know. We're in season 4, guys. Season 4.
Yeah.
So, we're really getting into some crazy stuff now. But yeah, it was Luca and I's 4-year anniversary. We were able to finally, because he was out in Taiwan during that time for a vacation/training camp.
Yeah.
Supposed to be a vacation. Well, his coach doesn't really believe in vacations, so it was more of like a training camp for a little bit. But thank you, Drub. Thank you, Jacob. But okay. Me and Zach have been that's funny, Jacob.
30 years.
30 years.
Yeah.
Wow. They were together in a past life.
Yeah, that's BC stuff right there.
Yeah, BC. So we were actually able to have like a...
We're talking romance or bromance?
Yeah, romance or bromance.
Throw the question.
Another question back. But yeah, it was fun. It was cool. We were able to ship each other gifts and then, schedule out when he ended up flying back, find a time that we could both be awake and have free time at the same time, that we could like hang out. He bought me dinner and it got delivered. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to share.
Very cool. Well, congratulations on the 4 years.
Thanks.
I think that's so cool. And again, just to think that like, wow, time, you know what?
I know.
It's so crazy, but.
Like it feels like 4 years went by so fast, but it also feels like I've known him longer.
Yeah.
Because we've gotten to know each other so much and expressed so much, especially since being long distance. If your communication between your partner has to be A1 to have a long distance relationship, all right? Which means that I know Luca better than he knows him, and he knows me better than I know me. Yeah. So wholesome AF. Thanks, Drub.
Yeah, I like that. So we're talking quality here. We're not talking quantity. We're not here to go ahead and just chit chat. We want to go ahead and have some quality conversation.
Yeah, 4 years is how long Aaron and Mika's have spent in the paths. Aww.
You know what? Spinoff would be cool is to go ahead and get some more clarity.
Yeah, I want to see those 4 years.
On that. I think that would be really cool.
Even though it would also be extremely bittersweet because the whole time he would have anything happy, anything going on, there'd be this daunting reminder that this is not real. Yeah. That this is going to end and she's going to have to kill you.
Yeah. See, that Aaron is the Aaron I really like. The one that we see over in that memory and that kind of like, alternate reality where he has the short hair. Clean cut, yeah. And it's just, it's like that's the Aaron that grew up to go ahead and live like a fulfilling life, Yeah. Not claim lives,
Yeah, not claim, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we're on the TV.
Oh, hell yeah. What's up, everybody watching over on the TV?
Yeah.
Very, very cool. Appreciate that, Eddie. Also, Eddie, if you have any favorite scenes of the finale, what are some scenes that you really, really enjoyed, Eddie?
Stuck with you.
Yeah, really, really cool.
W.
Yeah. So one thing I wanted to mention about like my week. So again, I mentioned Friday gaming with Land Babbler, gaming with Jacob and Zach. I also got to go ahead and meet Thomas.
Oh, really?
Thomas joined us in chat last week, and Thomas is also on the Discord. And I want to say to Jacob and to Thomas, I mean, you guys are a cool hang, man. You guys are both. It's funny. Both of them, you can tell they've been friends for a long time because the way they go ahead and joke around with each other and stuff like that, they're both pretty funny.
Yeah. Oh, and, that's cool.
So it was cool gaming with you guys. Thomas, deep ass voice.
Really?
Yeah.
Voice actor
Thomas has a deep voice.
Okay.
He has a freaking like badass voice.
He's got some bass.
Yeah. And so
better lock them doors and turn them lights down low or whatever.
But it was a pleasure gaming with both of you guys, and we gotta do it again. Yeah. We did it just that one time. I know it was super late for them. Oh my gosh. They stayed up literally just to game with us.
Yeah.
So like
that is.
You want to know what time we finished gaming for Jacob?
For Jacob, what time it was?
Yeah. What do you think?
I'm going to say healthy 3 a.m.
That would be healthier. But he stayed up till 4:30. Yeah.
Damn.
4:30 gaming with us. Thomas wasn't able to go and hang quite as long, but he did what he could. I want to say Thomas was on until probably around 3, a healthy 3.
Yeah, a healthy 3.
Yeah. But it was late for them.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's what that's how late Marco be staying up to game with Luca.
Yeah.
But for Luca it's like 7 p.m., 8 p.m. or like maybe the latest I will game with Luca for him is like 4 p.m. maybe.
Yeah.
Which is like 1 a.m. No. Yeah, 4 p.m. for him. But the thing is that I think because Luca also wanted me to share this. Him and Marco are back on Monster Hunter Wilds. If any of you guys have Monster Hunter, Luca and Marco are on that, and Marco stayed up till 4 a.m. to game with him.
Wow.
And Luca had to be like, dude, isn't it 4 a.m. for you? Like, you should probably go to bed. And he's like, yeah, but after this mission. And this mission doesn't end.
It doesn't just
the next
end
mission,
and ends. No.
Because it goes into a next mission and a next one.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, very cool. Jacob says it was really fun, AJ. Yeah, man, I had a lot of fun.
Oh, and I also forgot to share one more thing that I did this past weekend. I took Blue over to Erin's house. You guys know Erin, my amazing best friend who is using her platform to bring awareness of her ALS. But we watched the Grammys on Sunday, and I brought Blue over to her dog Mila, and they played, even though before Blue was quite frightened, and she used to be a breeding dog, so I think she saw Blue and was like, all right, I guess. We'll make some weird puppies, but all right. So Blue was like, what's happening? Why does she keep sniffing me? She tried to mount me. But after a while, figured it out. They calmed down and they were able to play around with a rope and run around. And Blue is in a little better shape than Mila because Blue would bark at her and be like, "Why aren't you still chasing me?" And Mila's like actually like dying.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun. And watching the Grammys was fun. It was fun because while I'm watching it with Erin and her mom, I'm also getting live texts from my friends Zach and Pretty because we're all watching it live.
Very cool.
So that was a lot of fun. Highlight of my weekend, and I wanted to share that.
Yeah.
W. Erin, I'm glad I get to see her from a distance. You're so lucky, Lex, to see her. She's sweet. Yeah, I'm extremely lucky to even know her and have her in my life, let alone have been her best friend for a decade, 10 years. We met in 2015.
That's awesome.
So yeah, that's also what I wanted to share because that was a lot of fun. That was really cool.
So actually kind of segueing over that same topic of like friends and stuff like that, one thing I was able to go ahead and see and experience and be a part of, which was an absolute honor, was one of my day one friends, my buddy Daniel. He got married. And I was a groomsman, and again, honored to be asked to go ahead and be a groomsman, and so that was a really cool experience. And you know, it's crazy because when your buddy tells you, "Hey, man, yeah, like I'm gonna go ahead and I'm getting married and stuff like that," and you know, again, being asked to go ahead and be a groomsman, an honor and stuff, you know, but it didn't really become real until I saw him.
You see it and you're like,
it's actually happening, and I'm like, wow, like. My day one buddy, man, like one of my best friends, he's getting married, you know, and I was just so happy for him and his bride, and it was a beautiful event, a lot of fun at the reception, and it was just like such a cool moment, man. It was crazy, and like Daniel's mom went ahead and showed like me and mom and dad and Ronnie a picture. Right, 2 pictures. She actually had the physical copies, and I
saw the photos when mom and dad came
pictures of me and Daniel. Like the 2 pictures were one of me and him in kindergarten, right, together, and then the other picture was both of us at graduation for our high school graduation.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Crazy, and I mean, you know, we took a picture together too for at his wedding.
Yeah, obviously, you're a groomsman, you gotta take photos.
Wow, so. It was a really, really cool moment, and again, I just felt very, very, like, just lucky and honored to be a part of it.
Yeah.
You know?
It's not until you're, like, there and there's, like, you see the officiant and everything, you're like, oh, this is a serious life-changing event. Like, this is a major life event. Whoa, I'm a part of this. Yeah. And it's just, like, so, like, cathartic to, like, be a part of that. It's so cool.
Yeah.
And also, you get fun little inspo for your future wedding if you're not married yet.
Yeah. So, you know how they have the
surreal.
They have like the single women go ahead and then they wait to go ahead and once they throw the bouquet.
Yeah, tradition.
Right.
To be like,
and
who's
then,
next?
And then for the men who aren't married, right? They go up there. And they throw something as well. Well, my buddy Daniel,
like a garter or something.
Well, my buddy Daniel, so he was throwing a little softball, right? And guess who caught it?
Yeah, I heard. AJ caught it.
I caught the softball. It says
AJ's been targeted.
It says you're next.
Yeah, that's a threat.
So zebra cakes. Okay.
Yeah, that's a threat. You're next.
You know,
at least out of that audience, you're next.
Yeah. So to expand on that, I do want to say I'm very blessed and very, very lucky to have zebra cakes in my life, and we both know the destination that we want to go ahead and take. And so, but when I went ahead and I stepped onto that dance floor and I saw that they were going to do that, the competitiveness kicked in.
Yeah.
I'm surrounded by a bunch of guys. I'm like, all right, hey, let's go. I'm boxing out. I'm like,
that's
here we go.
Thing, yeah. It's not even that like I want to get married next. It's just that I want to be the one that catches that. We're just completely competitive people.
You know what's funny is that Ronnie was laughing because she said I was almost like a freaking dog. I was like, ball.
Yeah,
ball. And in the moment he threw it, she said she was laughing because the ball went ahead and kind of like touched my hand and I was surrounded by the crowd, and then like went ahead and like bounced off my hand and it started going towards like one of the lights, and she just saw me like running after the ball.
Like the ball.
Yeah.
Like when a dog, just goes to catch it, hits his mouth, and he's like, "Oh, no, I have to go get it."
Yeah. So I took a funny picture with
Jacob said AJ is locking in.
Yeah, that's what it is, man. But again, it was a very fun event, and that was something that I just was glad to be part of and really enjoyed.
Well, cheers to the newlyweds.
Yeah.
That's
cheers
fun.
to Daniel and Alicia. They are it was just really, really cool. And another thing I want to mention too is that, like I mentioned it before, Zebra Cakes has just been working her ass off for her show. Her show is going to be coming up at the end of the month.
Yep.
In LA, a solo show, and the remaining. So she had some of her art was picked up. I want to say it was last week, but today they picked up the rest of her stuff, and so now all the stuff is collected.
Like a little bit of a weight lifted a little bit, but it's also like, it's getting prepared.
Yeah, it's both. It's a feeling of like, okay, like,
but it's happy nerves. It's good nerves.
Yeah.
It's something she cares about, and it's this really awesome, important thing.
Yeah, I wish I lived where you guys were. Man, I wish you were here too.
I know.
Hell, you could be right there at Zach's spot. You can fill in as the host.
Yeah, you can be. It's like a substitute teacher. You'll be here whenever one of us can't.
Yeah.
So many fun activities.
It was kind of crazy coming home, getting home from work, and seeing just the art was gone. She had been working on these two very, very large canvases.
Yeah.
And then she also was working on her sculpture.
Yeah.
And again, just
I'm excited to see her art.
Talking about like me locking in, like she was like locked in.
Yeah.
And when you're an artist, you're
really focused.
You're sacrificing a lot of time just being all
just
specific.
Been really prioritizing.
So, but she also works as a teacher as well. So to be able to balance that and stuff, and to come home from that job and then just to go ahead and focus on, her art and everything, and I just tried to help out the best that I could and stuff, because of course for me, like I want to go ahead and help and try to, support in the ways that I'm capable of doing. But, again, I'm just so freaking proud of her, and I'm excited, for her just to be that star, and get the spotlight, because I've seen her in that element and she absolutely shines. And and for anybody that is,
she gets paid for what she does for a reason, guys. She's good at it.
Yeah, for anybody that's in LA, the weekend of February 21st. I really, really encourage you guys to go ahead and just see the art that she's working on. And if you guys are interested, then you can go ahead and reach out to me over on the Discord, and that's if you guys are in town. Eddie says, I'm taking part of the Little Mermaid at school. On, dude. So do you have a role? Do you have a part, or are you doing behind the scenes, backstage stuff?
No, Eddie's a backstage guy.
So
he's
how are you working over and taking part of that?
Are you doing any production stuff?
Yeah,
I would love to hear.
Let us know what your role is.
That sounds exciting. That's fun.
Yeah, so super proud of Ronnie. Love her, and she's killing it.
Joe says that's awesome. I'm rooting for her from New York. I wish I could live in sunny LA.
Yeah,
and New York is.
Hey, she wants to go back and visit New York.
New York's got
grew
pizza.
up over in Jersey, So I mean, yeah. So
that deep dish.
And I'm sure you guys are. I'm sure it's pretty dang cold over there.
I know the weather recently, like the winter recently, has been really tough on those East Coast and northern states.
Yeah. But sunny LA, it's been sunny.
Yeah,
that's
dude,
for sure.
It's been hot at work. It's actually been, it's February.
Yeah.
Why?
Isn't it crazy?
Where's the ozone layer? Why does the sun feel like I'm actually frying in an oven?
Yeah. But yeah, so again, if you guys did anything fun this past week, let us know. Any questions for us, please let us know. But I think we're going to go ahead and now jump into the episode.
Yeah.
Maybe we can go ahead and do that. Just to go ahead and kind of have a little bit of a recap with you guys. So
let's lubricate the throat because I'm going to be narrating.
Yeah. Jacob says it's cold here. Yeah, I'm sure, man. Cold out over in Indiana. Job says, yeah, I despise the winter. My mental health is cooked. Finishing OT didn't help, but big plans for the summer at least. Awesome. Yeah, there you go. Something to look forward to. It's always cool when you have some fun plans to look forward to during the summer.
Yeah, it really gets you.
And the summer's right around the corner.
Rough. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, it'll be here before we know it. It's kind of crazy.
Well, it feels like spring is right around the corner for sure. And then, before you know it.
Yeah.
Because I think about, like, it felt like I almost, like, just started the school year.
Yeah.
Just started teaching. And now it's like, oh, we're already doing the state testing for these kids, meaning like I'm gonna have to say goodbye to them soon, meaning I'm gonna get more soon. Oh crap! How many months of the school year do we have left?
Yeah. Also, Drub, I have heard that winter depression is real.
Yeah.
Out over in the East Coast, man.
Totally.
I heard like that's like a legitimate real thing. So again, hope that you're doing well, man.
Taking your vitamin C and.
And guess what? Hey, Drub, if you're feeling, sad about AOT ending, I'll tell you what, you can start watching. Start watching One Piece.
Right.
It'll be a long time before you catch up. So
yeah. It's a lot of stuff, so.
Yeah. Eddie also clarifies, says, at my college, yes, but besides that, that's all I got going on. Been busy with doing some important paperwork stuff and dealing with my cousin moving in. Hey, my birthday is around the corner.
It sure is,
That's
Eddie.
right, man. So yeah, very, very cool, man. Sounds like you got some cool stuff happening, and I like how Eddie went ahead and dodged the question a little bit. He's like,
I know, what are you doing?
He's like,
Secret?
he goes, like, hey man, so what role are you doing? You're doing some stage work stuff, behind the scenes stuff, background stuff. You're gonna be a character. And he's like, at my college.
Yeah. He only answered my question of it being at the college.
Yeah. Jacob says, the One Piece is real. I accepted that. AJ, I caught up in less than a year. Yeah, Jacob, you were watching at a very, very crazy and rapid pace. Credit to you, man.
Ooh, that's insane. Yeah. But you know what? When you are committed, you are committed.
Have you heard of One Piece? It barely removes the filler episodes. I'd probably try that. Yeah.
If Zach was here, he would tell you all about it.
We're all waiting for the Wit Studio One Piece remake. That's going to be at a much light pace.
Yeah.
But
more palatable for us.
Yeah. Eddie's going to be Ensemble, one of the Seagulls. Hell yeah, dude.
Anime lovers whose dopamine senses are fried.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ensemble is one of the Seagulls. Oh, so do you get to go mine? Mine. Oh no, that's Nemo.
That's Nemo, yeah.
Not bad.
Just looking to see if there's any information about the One Piece Wit Studio.
About Wit, yeah.
This
because
was
I
one
have
week
been
ago.
spoiled.
Is there still no news? Let's go see what they got to say. Wait. I don't like that.
Uh-oh.
It says One Piece remake is in hot water.
Uh-oh.
No.
They just be saying that,
Yeah. What is the news on this thing? Sorry, guys. Dead air.
It's fine. We got the soundtrack to get claimed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is Wit Studio from first 3 seasons of AOT? I know 4 is Mappa. Yes, that is correct, Drub. Wit is the studio that animated the first 3 seasons of Attack on Titan. And they are doing a One Piece remake that is supposed to be a lot more palatable for us that are spoiled with this new pacing of anime. Because the pacing of old anime is a little rough in comparison to now. Just saying, there was some scenes in Hunter x Hunter I had to watch in 2 times speed.
There's
I did it.
Clarity about it. Still nothing. I know that.
Oh, that sounds awesome. Then perfect for AOT fans to check out One Piece. That's hype. Yeah, isn't that awesome, Drub?
Yeah.
So what hot water? Is it more lukewarm water?
It's no. There's no like actual.
There's just no real news coming out. Okay.
People were just joking about like, oh, it'll we'll get news when they start like naming certain things that were supposed to drop or whatever that haven't dropped yet.
Yeah.
So we'll keep an eye out for it, and if we have any information on that, we'll let you guys know, because we do want to go ahead and do a little like kind of subathon watch series of the One Piece Wit Studio, where you guys get to go ahead and watch Lexy watch One Piece live for the first time. And you guys can go ahead and do that with us too. I mean,
I only
for
know
some of our
every
friends.
other thing about One Piece except for the story.
Yeah. So I'll tell you what. I mean, for those that haven't watched One Piece yet, if you want to go ahead and wait for Lexy and we all watch it live together, awesome. That'd be cool.
That'd be cool. We can experience that together.
Yeah, but we have to, of course, stay tuned until we get more information on that.
Yeah, we'll let you know once we find out anything.
Absolutely.
Not like Wit is emailing us themselves, but
Yeah.
we're just patiently waiting.
All right. So some recap. We got to see the Commandant, Mr. Keith Sodis. And yeah. Hey, we got Zach in chat. Zach says hello from Nashville, friends. What's up, buddy? Miss you, man. Hopefully
everyone say hi to Zach.
Yeah.
Send him some fired up.
Yeah.
Get some fire emojis
fired
for
up
Zach.
in chat for Zach. We miss you, man, and I hope everything is going well over in Nashville. And I hope you guys are having a fun and safe time, man. But yeah, make sure you guys go ahead and hit the fired up over in chat for Zach. There we go.
Nice.
And Zach, do you do anything fun while you're there? And I don't know how long you're there again, but like I know this was your first day over in Nashville, but yeah, you doing anything cool? Just had the thickest mac and cheese of my life. Oh my gosh.
Are you doing the cheese waddle now or what?
I'm not gonna lie, it sounds freaking fire.
That sounds like
thick mac and cheese. Oh, I love it.
That sounds like fun for the first.
It's got that crust over it too. Please tell me it had that crust over the top.
For me.
Oh my gosh, you'd be a wreck.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
Get that bathroom open.
Zach goes PSA. Nashville spice isn't spicy.
Good to know.
All right. Very, very cool.
Good to know. So mild is like nothing.
It was just super creamy. Oh, okay. I mean, shit, that's still good though.
I like how we're like, how was it in Nashville? You see anything cool? I just had some amazing mac and cheese.
It's amazing mac and cheese.
Zach is such a simple man. I love that.
I mean, come on. When you're a foodie, sometimes it just doesn't take much,
Yeah, especially, the experience of traveling is eating something from somewhere you've never eaten it.
I mean, last week I was talking about trying deer.
Yeah.
We haven't done much yet. Okay, fair enough.
Hey, but mac and cheese though.
Yeah, mac and cheese though. Yeah, very, very cool. Alrighty. So Zach can go ahead and continue to hang out and chat. Just drove through downtown to scout out the bars. Very, very cool. Yeah, I heard Nashville's got quite a cool bar scene. We talked about it, where it's just like, I think, from what I remember, and I think it was only because of the NFL draft, they were over in Nashville, and there was just like literally just a bunch of bars and live music. And I know we talked about it, I think last week, but like if you're able to go ahead and see that and experience that, man, that's awesome.
Yeah. Well, have fun.
Yeah, have fun, man.
Be safe.
But to our friends that are here with us, you guys can continue to go ahead and chat it up with Zach. Me and Lexy are gonna go ahead and do a recap. And as I was mentioning, Sodis was there. He's trying to go ahead and train up a whole new group of cadets, the 109th Cadet Corps, and well, it's not going so well. This cadet corps, this group is very uninspired, and we see that they also are in that kind of like in between state, that middle ground where they don't know what they're fighting for. They don't know kind of like if they want to continue on with the old traditional ways.
Lack of info coming from the government right now.
Yeah.
They have a cause, but they don't have a means of really going for that cause until this dude who's been practicing his speech on the way over comes through.
Of course, we're talking about Flock, Mr. Flock himself.
Your boy.
Flock is thriving in this role, man. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, we talked about it last week. Like, he really kind of just, happened to stumble upon the right crowd.
This is like peak Flock right here.
Yeah, absolutely. So
the most flockiest Flock.
So Flock was spitting, man, for sure. And he was able to go ahead and get a couple of these uninspired, cadets.
Yeah. To pledge loyalty.
To pledge, and not just pledge with words, but show with actions, and they all beat up the Commandant.
Yeah.
So
it took some really easy convincing, but they did it.
Yeah. And we went ahead and we talked about it as well, where it was like, wow, seeing Hanji really kind of express and show true like defeat, like kind of in that specific moment not having the will to fight. And that was kind of tough to go ahead and see, because Hanji is such a strong character. There's so many strong characters in Attack on Titan, but for Hanji to go ahead and kind of have zero fight and just look down over at one of the OGs, just being like, just treated like last week's trash,
Yeah.
Literally just, we see all these OGs, these old figures over in parody, the different branches of government and stuff or whatever. Like they're trying to go ahead and they're forcing a changing of the guard. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But, Flock right now is really kind of showing strength with his words. But we do like the idea of him practicing a speech on the walk over there. I think that is kind of funny. But yeah, Flock is flexing.
Yeah. He's got a gun and he doesn't know how to use it.
Yeah. And then we ended that episode with Zeke. And again, Zeke is in very, very rough shape. He we see from the glimpse of his POV as he is staring up over at Levi. Levi is staring down over at Zeke, and Levi has placed Zeke in like a deadly trap, man. He's got thunder spears over in his gut, and he essentially has
him barely alive.
He has like wire or some kind of just something kind of wrapped around him, to where if he moves too much, those are gonna explode and they're gonna kill him.
Essentially,
man.
the detonator. Yeah. The pin.
And so Zeke, again, we talked about how Zeke says he has a mission. And this mission is because he's having this memory of Mr. Sauver, character that is very important to Zeke. Zeke needs his glasses because of that kind of memento, that kind of that item of that brings comfort to Zeke.
Yeah, it's of great importance for Zeke because represents a man that he saw more as his father than his own father,
than Grisha. Yeah, but it's crazy, and the memory that he has, as Zach described, is trying to go to his happy place, right? He's thinking of Sauver. He's playing catch with Sauver. Jacob described Sauver as the guy with the baseball. Yeah, the guy with the baseball.
Yeah, that's Mr. Sauver.
And Sauver asks him, "Hey, man, because you're getting to be a proper pitcher. He goes, ever think about playing ball when you grow up?" And Zeke tells him, "This isn't young Zeke. This is Zeke in the state that he's in right now, right there with Levi." Zeke says, "I'm sorry, but I can't, Mr. Sauver. I have a mission." And that's where we are here, where this episode, we named it, we need Zeke to save everyone. Yeah. Zeke is on a mission.
What is that mission? We're going to find out.
Yeah, absolutely. Yo, we got Thomas in chat. What is up, Thomas? I mentioned earlier over in the stream, I just wanted to go ahead and again express my honor and pleasure, man, to go ahead and be gaming with you and Jacob. It was a lot of fun, man, and you guys, man, yeah, I was talking about how I can clearly tell that you and Jacob are good pals and have known each other for a while, because just the way you guys were able to have that kind of back and forth banter, like you guys are both hilarious, and so it was a lot of fun to go ahead and game with you guys, and shout out to you guys for staying up super late for us, and also, man, your voice is freaking awesome.
Yeah, I heard your voice,
deep ass voice, and
deep.
and so it was cool, man. It was cool gaming with you guys, and we definitely have to do it again. But welcome, man, and hope that you're doing well. And we're about to go ahead and just jump into the episode.
Yeah, and this is a really good. Overall, this episode is a really good episode because it answers so many questions, brings so much insight, helps you understand Zeke's point of view.
Yeah.
Because, again, a hero and a villain is all about a matter of perspective. So being able to have a full episode from Zeke's perspective really tests you as an audience to be like, oh, well, I was being told that this is the villain, but now seeing all this.
Yeah.
From his point of view, none of this is evil. From his point of view, he's actually doing a good thing.
Yeah.
So it really tests your morality and where you stand with these really complex, well-written characters in the story.
Absolutely. Exactly to Lexy's point. We talked about it earlier in the stream, that if you are from Marley, right, or if you are an Eldian that needs saving, if Zeke enters the battlefield, you're going to feel better about it.
Yeah.
right? But if you're an Eldian from Parody, if you're somebody from Parody, and Zeke enters the battlefield, you're like, oh,
bad news. Turn the other way.
Like, where's Levi?
Yeah. Do we have a Levi? No? All right, we're dead.
Yeah. And so, with that being said, yeah, it really just depends on where you are in the story and what your perspective is. And yeah, Lexy's right. We're gonna go ahead and get more insight into Zeke and his story as he, growing up as a kid, right? Again, Mr. Savra is more of a father figure than his own dad.
Growing up as an Eldian in Marley.
Yeah, that's another important aspect to know going into this episode.
And a warrior candidate.
Yeah. So
layers here.
Yeah, here we go, guys. This is going to be season 4, episode 15, Soul Salvation, part 1. Lexy will be our narrator for today.
Hope you guys are cool with that.
For the entirety.
Yeah.
Of it. All right. So, yeah, Lex, whenever you're ready.
We begin the episode by looking at the districts and homes surrounding a wall. As Grisha says,
"Take a look, Zeke. That's Liberio, the place where we live. Compared to the world, it's as small as a birdcage."
We now see Grisha, a young man, carrying his boy, Zeke, standing beside Zeke's mother, Dinah.
"And since the nation of Marley won't let us leave, we're going to have to live there till we die. Hey, Zeke, wouldn't you like to be free of that place if it were possible?"
A young Zeke responds, "Yeah, that'd be nice." A door opens, startling Zeke, as a Marleyan villager holding a broom and a bucket of mop water tells them,
"Oh, do we have visitors already? Folks hardly ever come up there this early. I'll come back when you're finished."
Grisha tells the man,
"It's okay. We were actually just on our way out."
The Marleyan seems to take notice of something, staring carefully at Grisha and his family. The Marleyan man takes notice of Grisha's distinct armband. The Marleyan now has a disgusted look on his face as he says,
"So you're Eldians."
The Marleyan man then proceeds to spill the bucket of mop water onto Grisha and his family. Grisha reacts.
"Hey, what was that for? We're allowed to be outside of the walls right now. We received permission."
The Marleyan tells Grisha,
"I'm here to clean this tower and rid it of filth. That means removing trash and vermin. You demons have tainted my workplace. Understand? Your kind used to massacre everyone that they could. You should be wiped out. So why are you breeding?"
A wet Grisha and his family take a walk through Marley as the Marleyan people say such despicable things. A Marleyan yells out, "Piss off, you devils! Stay in your cage, you filth bloods!" Another Marleyan joins in.
"You even smell filthy!"
Grisha, holding Zeke tightly and staying close to Dinah, tells Zeke,
"Never forget how this feels, Zeke. This is the outside world. If you can't stand it as it is, then you're gonna have to change it. Zeke, we need you to save everyone."
Wow.
Who is this we that he's talking about?
This is how the episode
and who is
begins.
This everyone?
Right.
How do you define we, need, and everyone?
Again, we talked about perspectives, right? So this is all that Grisha knows. This is them as living as an Eldian in Marley, like what you mentioned, right? You gave us that kind of disclaimer going into this. And
yeah.
So it's very important because we've talked about that dynamic. We've talked about how those Eldians over in Marley are treated. And we see even from this gentleman here, this gentleman early on, right? We see he opens up the door and he has a smile about him. He has a smile about him. He's like, "Oh, sorry, we don't get much visitors around here." But then the moment that he notices that armband, everything changes.
Disgust.
Like literally like just a snap of a finger.
Racism.
Yep, absolutely. He goes out there and he spills just like dirty mop water onto Grisha and his family, right? Like who the fuck does that?
Yeah.
It's
like completely did not see him as a human, like them as human beings at all. Saw them as just like actual like vermin.
Yeah.
Like, genuinely, if you saw a rat family outside on your porch,
Yeah.
you'd be like, oh, ew, why are they breeding?
And Grisha tells the Marleyan man that they're allowed to be outside because they received permission. Think about even that statement. Like, we're allowed to be outside. We got permission, right?
Unfortunately,
like, that is crazy.
Yeah, because you have to get permission just to even be outside. But unfortunately, just because you're allowed to be there doesn't mean that people welcome you there.
Yeah.
Just because something's allowed to happen doesn't mean that it's welcome. Yeah. And that's very clear by this old man's reaction.
Yeah, absolutely. And the things that he tells Grisha and his family as he says, like, you know, he calls them essentially filth and vermin and trash and you know, demons, and then he goes on to talk about the history, which we've come to learn, you know, from different parts of the series, right? Yeah. We learned about
multiple sources,
the Great Titan War and stuff and all that, and how, you know, Marleyans and Eldians kind of fit over in that specific moment of history. But here, the history that this Marleyan man mentions is again something that Gabi herself has really kind of expressed a lot in season 4, and that is him saying that your kind used to massacre everyone that they could. He said you should all be wiped out. And why are you breeding? You know, like, again, like that's insane.
Yeah,
that's insane.
He genuinely does not see them as human at all. Even literally a second ago, he was like the sweetest old man ever.
Yeah, he did. He looked like the sweet old man who was just kind of like, you know, cleaning whatever his establishment or business is or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
And
old passionate man.
It's crazy. And you know, we can only assume that this is like really early on in the day, because the guy says, the Marleyan man says, like, oh, we don't usually get visitors this early. So this is how they're starting their day.
Yeah.
This is how Grisha like and his family are starting their day. Like, that's, again, like that's crazy.
With bucket water, with mop water.
And having to go ahead and just like go through Marley, right? And have these people go out there and yell such things as like being referred to as devils and being told to stay in your cage and being called filth bloods. Like, wow.
Yeah.
Right. And people talking about how it's like, you know, like you even smell filthy. Like, they're just saying whatever they can say to go ahead and just like, I don't know. It's like, it's crazy the amount of segregation that's happening over here.
Disconnect with Eldians and Marleyans.
Yeah. But then again, Grisha is trying to really make a point to Zeke and let him know, like, this is the world that they live in. Right? He says, never forget this. Never forget how this feels. Right?
Grisha is coming out the bat of, like, out of the scene, straight up being like, hey, that's where we live.
Yep.
He compares it to a bird cage compared to the world.
Yeah. And
I feel like that verbiage is really important because, one, he's letting Zeke know, hey, there is a lot of world out there. And two, small as he could have said, you know, small as a village, small as a you know, small as a penny, small as a pin. He specifically chose the term bird cage to further emphasize his, you know, his telling.
That, like, entrapment.
To be like, you know? Zeke, it's a cage. Yeah. You do not want to be in there. We need to be freed from that. We need to be you know, part of his agenda. Not saying that it's outlandish to be compare Laverio as a birdcage. I think that's pretty accurate, but I do think it's important that we talk about Grisha's verbiage and how he talks to Zeke.
Absolutely.
Just throughout this entire episode, because you can feel the Jaeger manipulative gene coming through.
Of course, yeah. You're trying to go ahead and establish an agenda, a mission, and the way that Grisha
as an influential figure, as his father.
The way that he starts and also the way he ends with this specific moment that we're covering, and he starts by saying, like, he says, we're gonna have to live here until we die.
Yeah.
They won't let us leave. He says, wouldn't you like to be free if it were possible? Again, trying to go ahead and almost like, you know, instill that freedom in that mindset, right?
Yeah.
And then
you like it? And
how he ends it here. And he says, never forget how this feels. This is the outside world. If you can't stand it as it is, then you need to change it. We need you to save everyone.
Like no other option. It's just, this is just the way it is.
Yep.
Only you can change this.
Yep.
Immediately establishing like you are the key to this, and the way that all these people are is the way everyone is. This is the way
Absolutely.
the whole world is. The whole world is this way, and they will all treat you this way. Remember this horrible feeling, which if you were a good father, you would be shielding your child and trying to whisper sweet nothings to him because your child is getting hate crimed along with the rest of your family. You would not be like, this is just the way the world is, Zeke. You have to change it, okay? Unless you had an agenda, like some seem to have.
Yeah.
Some meaning Grisha.
Well, we understand we're gonna learn more about it, but Grisha has a very, very big agenda. And then even when he thinks that his agenda is at a certain kind of height, somebody else shows up and tell, actually, there's more you need to do.
Yeah.
So
Actually, you're not done yet.
yeah, you have a whole other mission.
Yeah.
But so that's kind of how we're starting off this episode, which is absolutely crazy, and again puts into perspective really how these aliens are being treated out over in Marley, and in order to lessen that treatment and to try to be portrayed as Marley, you're gonna have to go ahead and have like some sort of association.
Yeah.
What I mean by that is you need a family member to go ahead and become a cadet, and you need them to go through the training and become a warrior. So that's kind of where we're going to start off with this next part as we continue on. And yeah, so Lex, whenever you are ready.
We continue the episode as we can see Marleyan cadets running through bunkers in a training simulation. One of the cadets in training is Zeke, as we can see him falling to the ground, struggling to keep up. Mr. Sava, examining the prospects, says,
You want one of these kids to become my successor?
Magath responds.
Yes. We'll choose eventually.
Sava notices a specific cadet.
One's lagging behind the pack. Who is it?
Magath sighs, a disappointed sigh.
It's Jaeger again. All the other kids are competing fiercely for the honor of becoming warriors and honorary Marleyans. Jaeger doesn't look to be anywhere near as driven as the rest. Honestly, I have no idea why he still bothers to show up here at all.
Mr. Sava appears to have a specific look on his face watching Zeke. Sava appears to be intrigued. The training is done for the day, as Grisha and Dinah pick up Zeke.
So, how's training going so far?
Zeke answers, To be honest, it's tough. Grisha reassures Zeke.
Well, just keep trying. If you work hard, then I'm sure they'll make you a warrior.
Dinah too reassures Zeke. After all, you have a very special power in your blood, Zeke. Grisha adds,
And more importantly, we know you'll stand out because you're our son.
Grisha and Dinah drop Zeke off at his grandparents, and Grisha tells them,
Mother, father, thank you for watching Zeke.
Zeke runs to his grandma as she gives him a big hug and responds, I knew you were coming, so I baked your favorite pie again. And excited Zeke reacts, Really? Meanwhile, Grisha, Dinah, and his father appear to be having a discreet conversation. Grisha's father tells Grisha,
Your social dance club again? Look, we're happy to watch Zeke, but he misses his parents.
Grisha responds,
It's more than a dance club. We're helping Liberio stay healthy.
Dinah adds, He may be confused right now, but someday Zeke will understand everything we're doing. Zeke appears to be watching this conversation take place as he's in the arms of his grandma. Zeke's grandfather shows Zeke a history book.
This is the tragedy of Lago. It occurred 1,200 years ago, and after destroying Lago in the course of a single day, the Titans continued their advance, going on to commit the devastation of Monty and the ravaging of Vale. These atrocities led to the deaths of hundreds of thousands of Marleyans. There were a few civilians who managed to escape the Lago and flee into the surrounding countryside. However, the Eldian Empire had planted Titans along the Marleyans' escape routes, So as day broke, the Titans awoke, and the Marlians were...
Zeke interrupts to finish the sentence. Yeah, I know. A lot of people ended up dying, right? Zeke's grandfather now says,
Tell us, Zeke, is your father teaching you the true history of Eldia?
Zeke answers, yeah. He says that Eldians did a lot of horrible things to Marlians, and that we all have to atone for the sins of our ancestors. Zeke's grandfather responds,
Do you really want to become a warrior and fight for Marley?
Zeke looks down, thinking, and doesn't respond right away. Zeke then says, yeah, I want to be a warrior. Zeke's grandfather pauses before saying,
Well, you should get to bed now.
Zeke's grandmother tries to boost Zeke's spirit. Tell you what, next time, we can read the rest of the book about the cat's house. Zeke acknowledges. Sounds good to me. Zeke's grandparents leave the dining room table as Zeke stares at a photo of his father. Zeke stares at it, staring at Grisha's sister, Faye. To be continued.
All right. So yeah, we're just going to go ahead and cover up to this point today's episode.
We're going to get into some really good stuff, but this is some really important info that we need. This is some really important setup.
This is what we call setting the table a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, we got to go ahead and set the table.
We're just getting our feet wet.
But the next part, the next part I'm sure requires a lot of conversation that we're going to have, which is why I kind of just just wanted to go into the table here because next week, I think we're going to go ahead and be talking about it a lot. Mm-hmm. But for this, it's again, to get some more insight and see just kind of perspective over the other side of a time when Zeke was very young and some of the stuff that Zeke has to go ahead and deal with as a child. And, for so long, we saw how Aaron grew up and what Aaron went through, and we kind of related with Aaron, whereas now, we kind of see Zeke having to deal with, with what's happening.
And they have the same dad.
Absolutely, yeah.
But yeah, it really does make you feel some empathy for Zeke and start to understand where he's coming from and see Grisha in a slightly different light as well. And Dinah's just trying to be that supportive mother. And I do love how this is just all this is a full Zeke episode from his perspective, and I'm excited to talk about how loyalties are going to be tested, and
absolutely.
There's going to be some perspective shifts, and there's going to be some, you're going to change your mind about a couple people, I think.
Well, we talked about, too, just the conflict that's happening between Zeke and the influences that he's getting, right? And we only talked about really two people, and that was Sovereign, that was Grisha. But we even see here that, his grandfather is also trying to plant some seeds as well. Mm-hmm. It's almost like he's trying to go ahead and...
He also has an agenda, like father, like son.
Yeah. So
it's just a Jaeger thing, man.
Kind of crazy. And then we end up seeing eventually, we saw it, but, the other grandson ends up manipulating the grandfather as Aaron is over in his kind of his injured soldier state, that whole kind of fake character that he's portraying. And then it's crazy to see that his own grandfather was over in one of those mental institutes, kind of it was for just... I don't want to say it's a mental institute. It's more of just for injured and let's just say his grandfather was in the right mind. Yeah. And unfortunately, the manipulation caused him to kind of go into a frenzy. Yeah. And they talked about medication for him and stuff, and all that. And so, he needed very specific care. Yeah. But that Jaeger manipulation is real, man.
What is in that gene?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Because even through, I know I'm jumping ahead a little bit, but when his grandpa is reading the story and Zeke's I know how it ends. A lot of people died, right? Yeah. And spoiler, we find out later in this episode that is not what Grisha has been teaching him at all. But that's Zeke knows that that's what his grandpa expects to hear. His grandpa expects to hear this, and I'm sure Zeke has been told this story millions of times. You know, every time he walks out, he's reminded that, you know, when you're not in your spot, you're not in your place, you're not being a good warrior. It's because you're an LD and it's because you're kind. You know, a lot of people died, basically.
Yeah.
It's always because a lot of people died. So the fact that Zeke is even activating a little bit of his Jaeger manipulation here by telling his grandpa, being like, yeah, he's telling me everything that you tell me, and I know the story. A lot of people die. Yeah, I know what happens, and I believe that, and I want to be a warrior. I don't think that's the full truth there, bud.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the full truth, but I digress. We'll get more into that in next week.
That's part of the conversation that's going to take place too, as we
just wanted to give you guys a little
continue.
nibble of the main dish.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just a taste.
But yeah, in this appetizer, literally, it's just about just kind of getting a little bit of insight, right?
Yeah.
And Grisha is talking with his dad, and he mentions a dance class thing.
Yeah, dance
club.
That does confuse me a little bit, because is that code, or does he know of, like, you're doing suspicious liberation things, but let's just call it a dance club?
The way that he refers to it as a social dance club, right? And then he says it's more than a dance club. We're helping Liberio. We're helping them stay healthy.
Yeah, helping them stay healthy.
Yeah.
It seems like perhaps, and I don't think we ever get any clarity of this. If anyone knows any more answers about the dance club story, but I'm guessing that maybe, or if there's anything manga related, please, Josh, are you still in here?
We need our fact checker.
I know, we need you to fact check, please, or even Drub. Drub seems to know.
Yeah, I want to go ahead and mention something that Drub just said, and this can kind of go ahead and have us talk about another thing that happened here. So Drub saying, do you guys think Solver truly saved Zeke by telling him turn in his parents, or was that manipulation by Solver? So one thing that was really interesting here is that, you know,
that's some almost dessert talk right there.
as Solver and Magath, right, are watching the cadets, right, go through their training, and Solver here almost doesn't like feel like maybe any of these cadets are, you know, like deserving maybe of becoming like my successor.
Yeah.
But then when he goes and he sees one specific kid, right, the one that's lagging behind the pack, right, and he learns that this is the Jaeger kid, right? Says all the other kids are competing fiercely, right? And you know, they're trying to go ahead and become warriors so they can also be an honorary Marleyan. Right, and then Magath says Jaeger doesn't look to be anywhere near as driven as the rest. Honestly, I have no idea why he still bothers to show up. And what's interesting here is that, you know, Solver actually goes out there and he kind of like looks at Zeke as if maybe Zeke's kind of like relatable.
Yeah.
Maybe something Solver also experienced as well.
Yeah.
And
there's a little glimmer in his eye.
Yeah.
It seems like he kind of understands Zeke. I mean, we'll get definitely more into it, but.
And we saw a memory of it in last week's episode where, you know, they're having conversations, they're playing catch and stuff, you know. So Solver, of course, is going to go ahead and have somewhat of an invested interest in Zeke, and to kind of answer your question a little bit, Drub, I think that there is potential that Solver sees in Zeke, and I'm sure that it's the same potential that, you know, Zeke's own parents see in Zeke, and I don't know if.
But there is also an added element with Sava regarding searching, almost seeking out the son that he lost through Zeke, because that added element of, like, you know, I don't know if he thought that Zeke was similar to his son. Maybe his son was also struggling and always working hard, and he saw Zeke and was like, interesting. It reminds me of whatever. And then, you know, you play catch with them, and then what's more father-son than playing catch?
Yeah. I mean.
But with that added element, I guess you could draw the argument that Sava did it for some kind, you know, there's probably a glint.
We're going to go ahead and talk more about it. We'll be able to see more as far as specifics in that scene.
Yeah.
But I almost want to say that I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I think that he truly did care for Zeke, and I don't think that it was manipulation. Because from what I remember, it seemed like Solver went ahead and struggled with knowing what Zeke has to do. Right?
Yeah. Well, he's completely open to hearing about it, he He understands, but I don't think Sava doesn't understand what Zeke does for him. Because Zeke knows what Sava does for him. He knows this is my father figure, and I find comfort in him, and he gives me the attention and that fatherly love that I don't get through my own father. And with Sava, it's more of just like I don't want to say it's all because of his dead son, even though he does, spoiler, next episode, he does say that, like, I searched for my dead son in you.
Yeah.
So I think you could draw a conclusion. You could, if you really tried, draw a conclusion that it is manipulation. But I am in agreement that I don't think that this is manipulation.
I think he just genuinely cares for Zeke, and I think that he put Zeke in a very kind of difficult position, having to choose between him and his family. But he also knew what was the right decision for Zeke to make, but understanding that it was going to be a very difficult decision for him. So I need to go ahead and kind of be there for him.
And he must hear a lot from it too, because even in the scene, when we get to it, you can even, like, Sava himself is like, they're horrible to you, they do this to you, they do this to you. And obviously if Zeke's gonna complain about his family to Sava's only gonna know his family in a negative light. He's only, I mean, that's all we see. I'm not gonna say that they're not horrible people, but Sava's understanding is that he is in a horrible, abusive household.
I mean, they're out there, they're fucking dancing all damn day, all damn night.
You guys are at your dance club all night, and you come home and you yell at me because I'm struggling as a soldier.
Yeah.
And I do think that hearing the story, Sava does seem like a really genuine, sweet guy. And I think that his efforts for him was genuinely like, this is a survival of your own. You need to get out of your situation. You have to turn them in.
Yeah.
And I know that it was hard because, you know, when Sava tells him, he's literally like hands on his face, like, I can't believe I'm telling you this, but you have to turn your parents in.
And not to go ahead and get a little bit more...
Yeah, Job says that he agrees the way that we're leaning.
I don't even know if this is necessarily deep or if this is like logical, but in terms of the logics of Attack on Titan, right? Now, Zeke is the one that took on and became the Beast Titan, which means he does gain those memories as well, right? So he would know. He would know if there is any kind of manipulation, so he wouldn't hold Sava in such high regard.
That's so true, yeah.
So if he genuinely knew and saw from memories that, wow, this guy actually did genuinely care about me, then he would maintain that stance of like having those happy memories, having that, you know, kind of genuine, like, just that father figure, that son dynamic and
keeping
stuff, right?
that lighthearted, loving attitude that he has towards Sava as a character, that stays. And if he saw after getting memories,
if he saw any other agenda behind it, then I don't think that he would hold him in such high regard.
No,
he would just be another person.
Because he is literally on the brink of death, and he's like, Sava.
Yeah.
Sava.
Absolutely. So, I mean.
So yeah, I think you're so way to bring that up. That totally. I think that confirms that there's no ill intent. Obviously, Sava, from what we've seen, he's already does seem like a really stand-up, genuine guy who's just in a predicament that he's just making the best out of the lemons he's got. That's his lemonade, all right? So,
like, that's the best way I can go ahead and kind of like logically kind of connect, like, from what we've seen in terms of history and evidence, right? So,
yeah. Great question, Drub. You've been coming in with some heavy hitters this episode.
Man. We really appreciate it. You know what this means, Drub? You got to go ahead and tune in every single week.
I know. You've become really important to us now. You have that number 2 crown. You got to stay with us now.
Yeah, there you go, man. But so, I believe it sounds like we all believe that Sava's
a nice guy.
Has, like, his heart's in the right place.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, he kind of is. Yeah, I mean,
he's, you know,
in terms of all the different kind of characters that we see from Marley, I mean, I think Sava is one of the more like genuine characters.
Yeah,
you know,
I don't know about the whole euthanization or euthanization plan that he is in talking about that we get to next episode, but up until that, I think Sava's a pretty cool guy. I like the lemonade that he made with the lemons he got.
We'll hold our judgments.
I know.
Until next week.
I know. That's not a final answer. We'll see.
Yeah, absolutely.
We got more to hear from Sava.
TBD.
Yeah, TBD.
But yeah, so again, we are learning and we're seeing that Zeke here is having different influences. At least we're seeing that. That's kind of like what's happening here. You know, I do like that kind of cool and comforting and loving kind of connection with him and his grandma.
Yeah, I do too.
His grandma seems so sweet.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm so glad that Zeke has that in his life, which was even more of like a push to be like, yeah, I'll just turn in my parents. I can stay with my grandparents.
The way he like, so in the scene, right, when Grisha and Dinah drop off Zeke runs in through the door, right? He runs in, and we see that he just makes a beeline for his grandma, and goes and gives her a big hug.
Which is like all you want as a grandma is your grandson to run in and be like,
absolutely.
And it's because she does cool things like makes him pie.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or whatever she made him. I don't remember what it was.
I think it was a pie. I think it was his favorite.
Yeah. That's a cool grandma right there.
Yep. Yeah. Says newer coming favorite pie. Now, we don't know what that favorite pie is, actually.
I know.
But I thought that was really cool, kind of just like thing to see. You know, I mean,
yeah.
You gotta have those little
joyful
lifelines, those characters that can go ahead and kind of just bring that love to a character that we see Zeke doesn't really have a whole lot of.
It's nice to have a tender moment every once in a while when you're watching Attack on Titan.
Absolutely.
We don't get a whole lot of those tender moments, so when we do get one, we got to talk about it.
Yeah. I'm like, whatever you do,
Shout out to all the grandmas
do not
out there.
Search up Grandma Yeager's fate.
Yeah. Aw.
I'm kidding. I don't even know what happened there.
Shout out to all the grandmas out there.
Yep. Shout out to the grandmas. But yeah, so we see, Grisha's parents go out there, and they're the ones that are watching Zeke while Grisha and Dinah are out dancing.
Right. He may be confused right now, but someday Zeke will understand everything we're doing. The dancing? What are you talking about?
I know.
The fact that they're talking about it that way with the grandpa makes me think that he knows that it's not dancing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there probably is some suspicion.
Yeah. They probably told him it was a dance club, and he's just like, I don't want to know, but you're doing this again?
Yeah.
And him secretly being like, hey, the boy misses his parents. It's also being like, I don't like you going to this dance club. I'm suspicious of you.
Yeah.
And I used the term dance club in quotations.
Mm-hmm. But Zeke is keeping an eye on the conversation. He knows that there's, hey, something serious is happening.
In the arms of grandma and listening to your parents scheme.
Mm-hmm. But then, so Zeke's grandpa decides to go ahead and kind of, just teach him or show him a book about the histories of these different moments that occurred. And it sounds like they're all moments of devastation here. When we got tragedy, we have, what's another one? Devastation.
Yeah, devastation.
Ravaging. These are all freaking craziness. Josh is back.
Like those ancient war books. Hi, Josh.
Do you remember the question you had for Josh?
We wanted to know if... Oh my gosh, I just had it. We wanted to know if... we wanted to know if there's anything related to that whole dance club thing that they're bringing up. I don't know if it says in the manga, if there's more, like, if they express, like, they lied to the grandpa about them being restorationists. Of course, they can't tell people that they're restorationists. So the grandpa's like, you're going to this dance club. And
social dance club. And Grisha says, well, it's our mission to go ahead and make Liberio healthy.
Yeah, it's our mission. We're making them healthy.
Yeah. We know it's a cover up, which we didn't know if there was any kind of other like symbolism.
Yeah, I didn't know if there's any more context for it, for how that came about, because it's hard for me to believe that the grandpa believes them. I'm sure he doesn't, and he's just going along with it. But the fact that Dinah is like, it's okay, one day Zeke will understand everything we're doing. It's fine. Just keep watching our son, and he doesn't need to see us. He'll understand one day. And it makes me think that the grandpa does know more than it just being a dance club. I know it is a cover up.
Josh just says the grandpa doesn't believe it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's just a cover up. And he's probably using the term, this makes sense. He's probably just using the term dance club in front of Zeke because he knows.
It's a harmless thing to tell your child,
Yeah.
We're just going out dancing.
Social dance club. Yeah. Maybe going out.
When you're older, trust me, you'll understand. You'll want to dance when you're older.
Yeah. So it probably makes sense why the grandpa's using the term dance club, even though he totally doesn't believe it. Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted some confirmation, Josh.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Because, things aren't facts until you tell me. He says it's dangerous, and they're putting Zeke in danger. And once Grisha is taken, he loses his mind and is hospitalized due to mental health. Yeah, that's something that AJ brought up as well.
Yeah, we talked about the manipulation of the Jaegers and how it just goes full circle. Right. And then I mentioned that because of Aaron like manipulating his own grandfather.
Yeah, it literally goes full circle.
It's craziness. But all right, thank you so much for that, Josh.
And welcome back.
Welcome. So, going back to the kind of history lesson that Zeke's grandfather is having with them, he's explaining and informing them about these tragic events. Again, tragedy of Lago, the devastation of Monty, the ravaging of the Vale. Craziness. And so the reason behind this is because he's explaining these atrocities. They led to deaths of hundreds of thousands of Marleyans. And he continues saying that there were a few civilians who managed to escape, right, and flee into the surrounding countryside. However, the Eldian Empire planted Titans along the Marleyan escape routes. So when day broke, the Titans awoke, and the Marleyans were in we can only, we can pretty much...
We know what happens when there's
we can finish
Titans.
that sentence.
Yeah.
And even Zeke says, I know, everybody died, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people ended up dying. And
that's what I say when you ask me about a Marvel movie, about an Avengers movie. I'm like, yeah, a lot of people died, right?
Just do the good old Ruffalo.
Yeah, everybody dies.
Speaking of, of Ruffalo, he didn't get fired.
Okay, good, because there's a lot of reports about it, and you know how.
So there's like some sort of like media junket for a movie that Mark Ruffalo, Chris Hemsworth, and Halle Berry are doing, and so an interviewer went ahead and asked them a question about just being fired from Disney or whatever, and Ruffalo was like kind of joking. He was like, well. He goes, that's news to me unless they didn't tell me, but I'm pretty sure he goes, I'm
pretty sure I still have a job.
Goes, I have a good relationship with the people that I work with. So he goes, and then even like Hemsworth and Halle Berry were like, oh no, he goes, that's nonsense. If that were to happen, we would protest, know, and so
like if that were to seriously happen, you would know for sure because they'd be vocal about it.
Absolutely. So so it's good that that's the case. They also kind of spilled the beans on certain stuff too. Like sometimes Mark Ruffalo can't help himself.
Yeah.
But
that's just
he mentioned about certain things too, where it's like he pretty much spoiled that he's gonna be in Secret Wars, which isn't a spoiler. So it's like, okay, cool, the Hulk's back.
He just
awesome.
confirmed it.
And then he also mentioned too that like Chris Hemsworth's gonna be in Secret Wars, and so there was. People didn't know if Thor was going to survive Doomsday or whatever, so now people are like, oh, now we know Thor survives.
We know he didn't survive Marvel Zombies, so.
Yeah, absolutely. But so that, and there's also potentially speculation that when Halle Berry refers to like, oh yeah, like they talked about a project that they worked together on or something like that. I don't remember the exact details. People are like, wait a minute, did she come back as Storm?
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's like adamant that like, no, they didn't ask me, but I would love to come back. But no, I'm not in Doomsday.
Yeah.
Guess we'll just have to wait. Josh says he's Hulk. They wouldn't. I mean,
yeah.
There's been other Hulks.
Yeah.
Like, not to say that they wouldn't, but
no one's been Hulk as long as Mark Ruffalo has been Hulk.
One could argue they could film a flashback. That is true. You could make that argument.
Yeah.
But
that's true.
You know what? Hey. We're talking Secret Wars here.
That happened before too with movies where they're like, this person's in it, and they're just in a flashback for like 1 minute, and that's just like how you got people to come and watch. Yeah,
and I think that if people were to go ahead and see Thor in a flashback sequence, I think they'd be happy. Yeah. Hey, we got to go see Thor again. Yeah. I mean, shit. Freaking, we're seeing a bunch of different Lokis. You know? Yeah. Which I'm not arguing.
Where's the
Shout out to Tom Hiddleston.
I know. I'm cool with still having that.
Yeah. Can't kill Loki.
Lokis. I know. Loki's forever.
But so kind of getting back on topic a little bit. So this lesson of death that Zeke's grandfather is explaining to him, right? Mm-hmm. This is something that's kind of interesting to me because I'm like, all right, so of all lessons, of all books, of all stuff to go ahead and tell your grandchild,
all
right?
subjects to teach.
Let's go ahead and let's talk about a book that explains these different tragedies.
Yeah.
Right? These different ways that Marleyans were able to go ahead and die. But there were Marleyans who did escape. And so this is what happened, that the Marleyans, they some of them did escape, but guess what? Right? So when they did escape, or actually talking about, he's talking about Marleyans escaping, and the Eldians were the ones that created Titans.
Yeah.
Right? Where we're going to see that they're talking about history here, but what about the present? During that present time, when Marleyans are the ones that are creating, Titans by transforming Eldians into Titans. So it's
Eldians aren't contributing to the Titan population. I mean, technically they are, because they are the Titans, but they're not the ones actively becoming the Titans. And Marleyans
absolutely.
That's making that decision.
Yeah.
Eldians are just the only ones that can be Titans.
Yeah. And it's like, it's kind of ironic a little bit,
Yeah.
Like, here's the history of what happened to some of these Marleyans that end up escaping these different tragic events. They end up dying anyways because the Eldians created Titans to go ahead and prevent them from escaping. It's like
now Marleyans are weaponizing Eldians as Titans.
Josh goes, both sides are false. The owl says that the truth is that there is no truth.
Yeah.
Very, very owl-like. Thank you so much for that. And in a lot of ways, Josh is our owl. So
that's true.
Propaganda builds.
Oh, definitely.
When it comes to any of these history books and stuff, or retelling of history of historical events, it's all for a certain agenda.
Yeah, if AOT has taught me anything, it's that history books are liars. History books aren't real.
We're like, the only true book is the one that Armin's family had.
Yeah, that's the only true book, and that's why they were shot down.
Murdered for it.
Yeah, they were murdered for it.
Craziness. But propaganda, a lot of it, especially over in Marley. Craziness. But yeah, that's the lesson that Zeke's grandfather is trying to go ahead and teach Zeke here. And like Lexy was talking about, his response, Zeke's response is like, people end up dying.
Yeah. I've heard my whole life we need to atone for sins. We did some horrible things as a bloodline. Okay.
Yeah. And then, the grandfather's like, well, is your father teaching you the true history of Eldia? Right. And then Zeke's like, yeah. Like Lexy just mentioned. Yeah. Horrible things, blah, blah, blah. Yes. Atonement for sins of our ancestors.
Yeah.
And that's when the question is presented to Zeke. Do you really want to become a warrior? Do you want to fight for Marley?
I wonder if this is the first time anyone's asked him that wasn't Sergeant McGoth or whatever, to be like, do you want to be here, soldier? And it's Grisha Dinah never genuinely asked them, do you want to be a warrior? It's okay if you say no. It's not okay if they say no. He is a tool for them. Yeah. But for his grandpa to genuinely be like, do you want to be a warrior candidate? Do you want to be a warrior? Z kind of sits there for a second, and he's almost like a trained response to be like, yes, I want to be a warrior. To be like, I need to be. Because he's never been told that he could be anything else. So it's not even a thought in his mind that he could be anything but a warrior.
Yeah. You can't be a ball player.
I know.
Come on, man.
You can't be out here playing ball. Come on, Sava. Don't you know he is destined to become a warrior? To become a monkey? And monkeyness is destiny.
Yeah. And I like how the conversation just ends there.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, well, it's time for bed.
Yeah. All right, anyways, go to bed.
Maybe you should sleep on it.
I know. He said, yeah, I want to be a warrior. He was like, you're the liar. Let's just go to bed. He'll think about it.
Yeah, and again, to go ahead and bring levity over to the series, man, shout out to Zeke's grandma.
Yeah.
How about next time we read the rest of the book about the cat's house?
Yeah.
What's the cat's house book?
What is that book, Grandma? He's like, Grandpa keeps bringing up these war books. Let's just read something sweet.
Let's talk about the cat's house.
Yeah. Oh, what a sweetie.
But then, so we ended here with our to be continued with Zeke staring at an old picture of young Grisha there with his sister. Mm-hmm. Do we think Zeke knows about the story about his auntie?
Yeah. I mean, he has to know because he references it in an upcoming scene in this episode. When he's talking to Grisha, but I don't know what he knows though in the details because all he says is is what going to happen to me, what happened to Aunt Faye. And we just know that, I mean, obviously we know what happened. She was literally killed by Marleyan soldiers, torn apart by dogs. But I don't know if, I mean, I'm sure that Grisha has brought up that, like,
probably didn't go into specifics or details, but
was
more
just
so
like Marley did it.
It's kind of like early on in this episode where it's like, you see this is what happens. It probably was another example presented to Zeke at a young age so that it's like instilled in him.
Yeah, another lesson to be like, hey, here's an example. Don't go beyond that fence. You know why? My sister did.
Yeah.
And they killed her for it. That's probably about all, maybe the extent of what he knows. And that's all he needs to know for the sake of his argument. So.
Yep.
But we don't really know how much he knows.
One of the more gruesome deaths, or deaths that are really just hard to stomach.
Yeah, especially because it's literally a little girl.
Yeah.
Like younger than Kid Grisha, like his little sister.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's where we're gonna go ahead and end that part here. Crazy, but like Lexy was talking about, I mean, there's gonna be you know, some more that we're going to go ahead and cover that's going to require, you know, some conversations, stuff like that, you know, and
so you guys better be here next week because I want to talk to you guys about the rest of this episode.
Yeah. All right, guys. So that's pretty much all we got for you guys in today's episode. Huge shout out to you guys for sticking around and just kind of just hanging out with us. And again, shout out to Drub for asking some really cool questions and giving us some cool insight.
Yeah, thank you.
You know, we appreciate it. Josh, again, being our owl. I say that jokingly, man, but Josh, thank you so much, man, for just like helping us out again, you know, with just certain kind of questions that we have and stuff and all that. But it's been cool, man. It's, again, I trip out easily, one of my faves.
Yeah.
And it sounds like too that Josh is definitely like has been anticipating the Zeke story. So yeah, we got a code.
We have another code.
Josh is like, I'm here, but I got a quick, because I'll be here, but I got a quick question. What's your guys' favorite soundtrack, if you remember the names, and what soundtrack changed and or hits the most after finishing the story? That's a great question.
Oh, I was just listening to the soundtracks on my drive home from work today. So great question. Also, good to know, Drub, that you'll be with us next week. Thank you. That's an RSVP right there.
Yep.
My first response, my first thought is something that I think you'll agree with in terms of nostalgia, and it is the video game Bully. And that soundtrack, and specifically the credit song when you finish the game, it just really hits me right in my soul.
Yeah.
If you have not played Bully, please do. It's a Rockstar game, and it's got its beautiful PlayStation 2 graphics that are charmingly blocky and horrible, but that game is genuinely a gem. If you are looking for a game to play, please play Bully. The soundtrack is amazing. It's by Sean Lee, and he is amazing. And the soundtrack is so good, especially because Drub asks what hits most after finishing the story. Is definitely the song "School's Out." That is at the end of the video game. That is and it's on Spotify too. If you want, if you guys want to listen to it. But
the Bully soundtrack, check it out.
Yeah, check out the Bully soundtrack. It is a gem. But that's the first thing I'm thinking.
Yeah.
What says you, AJ?
Well, Josh says Thar, the final song for AOT. Josh hitting us with the eye emojis. I will say for me, mine is it's from a movie, and on the podcast I've mentioned before about how, you know, my favorite actor is Joaquin Phoenix, and this movie that I saw, it left a lasting impression for me because of a moment and a time I was going through in that specific time in my life. And the movie is called Her. Some of you guys may or may not know.
AJ's talked about it together.
It's a very strange movie. It's one of those movies where you watch it, it's either like, wow, this is a fucking weird movie, or you watch it and for whatever reason it just kind of resonates with you.
And you're like, I get it.
But the soundtrack from the movie soundtrack, right? Her, the movie. There are two songs that, you know, I go ahead and I listen to, and they're both pretty much one and the same. One is called Photograph, and that one's a faster paced version of this other song I'm about to mention. But it's beautiful. It starts off at a faster pace and then it slows down. But then the one that's slow, and it is one that I love. And I actually have mentioned to Lexy before. I was like, hey, like, God forbid, my time on this earth isn't over anytime soon. But if you
guys have totally thought about a funeral song before,
during
right?
my funeral,
it's a valid thought.
The song called "Song on the Beach." I played it at my funeral. And
you can both of those songs are by Arcade Fire, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Arcade Fire. So it might make more sense.
Josh says Her is a very good movie.
Yeah, it's my favorite movie because of, again, how it's like left that kind of like lasting kind of impact. Excuse me.
Yeah, its significance.
And it's the movie that really kind of put Joaquin on the map for me, where I was like, okay, wow, this guy is able to make me feel.
It opened up the Joaquin world for you.
And the reason why I really watched it in the first place is because that was when Joaquin was going through that craziness that where he like retired from acting and decided to get into like rap and this and that. It was all for a documentary and stuff like that. I remember I was like, it's so strange. And then it was like, oh yeah, he retired. And then this was kind of like the first movie he did when he came back.
Yeah.
Right.
So it was like,
and
okay.
So I was like, whoa, I
gotta watch. I gotta support.
I saw the interview with Joaquin and David Letterman. That was so weird. But I was like, this is his first movie back. All right, I guess I'll go ahead and check it out. And it had like, the cast is amazing. It has.
He's always in such interesting movies too, and interesting films that if Joaquin Phoenix is in it, it's probably going to be a good thinking movie. Yeah.
Drub says I may have to watch the movie tomorrow. I mean, if you haven't seen it, check it out. I mean, it's a beautiful movie. It's it depends on kind of like, I don't want to say your interpretation of it and stuff, but like it's either for you or it's not.
Yeah.
I
mean, even I would say that, as things change, especially socially, you interpret things differently. So I would be interested in rewatching it, knowing what we know now about like AI and stuff and the attitudes now towards AI.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you want to watch it, go ahead and let yourself feel whatever you want to feel.
Absolutely. So the cast, again, amazing. Joaquin stars, and then it has Scarlett Johansson. Her voice is, the voice in the movie. And then, it's got like Olivia Wilde, Chris Pratt. The cast it's a really good cast. Josh says, I listened to that one you recommended to me, AJ. I remember it's in my playlist. Yeah, it's a beautiful song, and I have a really great memory too. And we've talked about before in the podcast as well of being out over in San Diego.
It's a memory we've all got to experience together on the San Diego trip.
Like we were just out over in a random beach,
Zach, who is
a random ass beach that we found and we came across over in San Diego. We kind of had like a little like picnic bench type thing.
Yeah, we had like just finished thrifting, and we were like, "There's a beach nearby. Let's go to like hang out at the beach."
Yeah, and then we stepped out over onto the actual shore of the beach, and then we watched the sunset. It was just very, very beautiful. Just seeing just like the water just kind of like just flow onto the shore, and then it was just so peaceful and beautiful. And I played that song in the background. Yeah, Song on the Beach. And
it wasn't exactly a recreation of, Armin and Aaron and Mikasa finding the ocean, but it was pretty close.
I am pretty sure also that me and Zach did point out over.
Yeah, to do the. Anytime there's an ocean, you just have to.
Yeah. Absolutely. But a beautiful moment, and so that is, those are two songs that are. Ones that came to my mind for sure. And Drop, thank you so much again for the question, man. We really appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. All right, guys. So that's pretty much all we got for you guys.
I still have our code.
We have our code. Beautiful. But I know that Zach wasn't here today to go ahead and ask you guys what good deed or what is one thing you guys did during this week, right? Mm-hmm. To go ahead and kind of like, can't think of the exact words, but just to try to like do like an act, like I guess like an act of kindness type thing, right? But again, I want to go ahead and stress, to all of us that like, we need those more than ever. We need acts of kindness, and there's just so much just hate happening over in the world that we live in. So again, like I mentioned last week,
it's
sometimes
all over the world.
It doesn't take much sometimes somebody just needs just some sort of compliment or whatever it is. I mean, Jacob here says I've been checking in on my friends, even people that I haven't kept up in a while. That's a beautiful thing, man. It's so cool to go ahead and maintain
just having camaraderie and any community, and even just like that simple checking in every once in a while, every couple weeks, maybe every couple months, when you check in on someone. That kind of community, I think, and that social interaction is so important.
Of course.
For like human decency. And good on you, Jacob.
Yeah, that's awesome. And so I mentioned my buddy's wedding, and after the wedding ceremony, actually a high school friend that I haven't seen literally since high school was there, and kind of just I went ahead and I saw him, recognized him right away, talked with him and stuff like that, exchanged numbers, and now I created a group chat with me, my buddy Daniel, and our other high school buddy, and we've been kind of just maintaining conversation, and that's been cool, just to go ahead and have that, and so we talked about the essence of time, like time. How crazy is time? Time
so
literally escapes us.
I cannot believe it's 2026.
And like, I also go ahead and talk about, like I mentioned, a funeral song, and again, we don't know how much longer we have over on this world. So let's just try to go ahead and spread as much love and positivity as we can.
Yeah.
And those, I truly believe, are way more lasting on a person than some of the hate that we see.
Right.
I'm gonna say like some, because obviously there's hate that stick with you, right?
Yeah.
Certain things that really are hard to go ahead and shake from. But I do believe that the love outweighs the hate. Mm-hmm. And that's why, again, like, let's just try to go ahead and just be kind, caring, and just try to be the best version of yourself.
Yeah.
And yeah. So, we need it.
Yeah.
But also too, I mean, just with trying to be the best version of yourself, as well as just, again, like trying to challenge yourself and, put yourself in uncomfortable situations and stuff. And again, if it puts you in an uncomfortable kind of position, just to go ahead and, kind of like say hi or to compliment somebody, or to reach out to an old friend, like, again, you never know like what that would do for that person. But yeah, Drop says, it may sound nerdy as fuck, but I haven't been so proud to just be human as I am right now, even with all our flaws. It's a beautiful thing. And AOT reinforced, we're in a mild ride, don't take things for granted. Yeah, again, that's very, very beautiful. It's don't be Aaron and overlook the shell. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, I agree with you, Drub. I've never been so content with my flaws and stuff, and I'm glad that you feel that way too. Being human is a beautiful thing that you get to experience and learn and grow, and learning is a part of it.
Absolutely.
Just like an Attack on Titan, guys.
And to your point too, Drub, like, that's something that I struggle with, right? Is being content with my flaws and my insecurities, and that's why I'm just so lucky and blessed to have my beautiful girlfriend Zebra Cakes in my life, because she makes me feel like loved and seen, and that those insecurities seem so small whenever I'm around her. Like, she really is, like, she's my sovereign, she's my comfort person, she is the person
that's your safe place, your safe space, that
I just feel so free, and I know it's important to have, those people. It's important to feel that, and it's important to get to that space. And so I'm so glad that you said that, because it's a hard thing as humans. When we have flaws, it's hard to overlook them. It's hard to not want to appease people or the crowds or appease just the different social platforms that we have. We're always trying to go ahead and make it seem like we have everything all figured out. And reality is that we don't.
Yeah.
We're all, like Lexy said, we're all going through life, and we're all learning. And so
you live and you learn.
Exactly.
And let yourself live and learn. Okay. Don't be a perfectionist on yourself. Let yourself learn these lessons, and you'll be so much stronger for it. I promise you.
For sure.
It might be hard in the moment, but you will be so much stronger for it.
And so again, I just want to go ahead and emphasize that I am so grateful for all of you, and I'm so grateful for the community that has been created because of all of us uniting and being together and being there for each other and supporting one another. It's a community that I'm very, very proud of, and I'm very, very lucky to be a part of and to have in my life, to know that I have friends that care about us. And I want you guys to know that I care about you guys.
Yeah.
You know, if you ever feel like you're in a place where, like, you know, you need to go ahead and kind of reach out to somebody or talk to somebody, you know, like, I don't have social media, but what I do have is I do have that Discord, and
yeah,
you know, you can go ahead and message me over on Discord, and you know, just know that, like, we are here and we care about you. And
honestly, your individual experiences, especially when you're going through stuff, is going to sound real blunt, but you're not as unique as you think. Okay, I promise you that other people have felt the same despair and the same disgust or any difficult emotions about themselves or about other things, just like you have. And I'm also very happy to hear that this podcast that Jacob attends every week is one of his safe spaces, and that makes me very proud to have a platform that makes you feel safe.
Absolutely. You know, if it didn't feel safe, like I said before,
we're going to keep it that way.
That's not something that I want to go ahead and be a part of.
Yeah, that is the goal, Jacob. And I'm glad that all these people in this community, including Drub, it's been great.
Yeah, Drub has been an amazing added member of this community. And, you know, we want Drub to continue. We want you to continue hanging out with us, you know, so that you're able to go ahead and become like.
I'm not saying you have to commit to us, you know. We're not saying we're exclusive or nothing.
Commit to us right now. We need, like Flock said, words are not enough.
Yeah, contracts will be sent out.
Show up every single week.
Sign your loyalty.
Okay.
No, yeah.
No, just.
If you guys want to hang out with us, we would love for you to hang out with us.
All joking aside, Drub, you've been such an awesome added just friend in our community. And for me personally and selfishly, I hope that you continue to hang out with us.
Yeah.
Also, to your question, Drub, I don't want to go ahead and lose sight of it, but Jacob did also respond, and he said that Jacob's is from AOT. It is PF2013, and Drub says to Jacob, like, that PF2013 is so insanely peak it hurts. And he says the T-KT is incredible as well. Makes me tear up. And season 3 finale song, Went Out to Sea.
That's good too.
Yeah, those are all amazing songs as well. And yeah, that's, you know, what's crazy is that
we got some good taste here in our community.
Yeah. What's crazy is that there used to be a point where I would go ahead and listen to the AOT soundtrack at work every single day. And there were just certain songs that I literally had to go ahead and fight back tears because I didn't want to be seen crying at work.
Yeah.
You know, but there's still certain songs. And not
necessarily sadness, but just
no,
like,
it's just like it's just like you hear the songs and they're just so beautiful and they do just like resonate and bring such strong emotion, you know. And so sometimes they're so powerful that you can just feel yourself like tearing up, you know. Yeah. And there's time where that still happens, you know, where like, you know, I'll listen to my Spotify DJ and it'll go ahead and play a song and I'm just like, wow, like, yeah, it's so freaking good and so beautiful. And I'm like, wow, you feel it. And it's good to go ahead and feel those things, you know?
That happens to me at least like every other day.
That's
or like
cool.
Once a week, listening to a song on my drive home. And I'm like,
do you ever have
I just really feel the lyrics today.
You ever have those songs where they're just so beautiful and they're just like, you're singing to them and you have to stop singing because like you're like fighting back the urge to go ahead and cry a little bit?
I will literally let myself cry. I put on my big ass sunglasses and I'm like, people were probably looking in here and watching me cry. Like, I literally did that, I think, last Friday driving home. I was listening to some Marvin Gaye. And I was like, oh my God, this song is so good. And I was just like crying, singing the lyrics. And I was like, I hope people aren't looking at me. Have my sunglasses on.
You know what song does it for me at work sometimes?
Which one?
Is I'll Always Love My Mama.
Yeah.
And when I sing it and I start saying the lyrics and stuff like that, and all of a sudden there's times where I'm literally like, I have to stop singing because I'm like choking back, like the feeling, the urge to cry because
sometimes lyrics really resonate.
Yeah. It's because I do. I love my mom very much, and just like wow, like there was a moment too, even during Daniel's wedding, where I started tearing up because during the reception, given some of the speeches and stuff, his mom spoke, and his mom went ahead and said some very beautiful things that a mom says to their son, and and
a mother's love is really unlike anything. It's really amazing.
Absolutely.
Shout out to all the moms out there.
Just shout out to the moms. Shout out to love.
The moms, to the grandmas.
Yeah. Just shout out to love, man. That's
We're
what it is.
feeling so lovey-dovey.
We just spread that love and positivity,
Day is around
guys.
the corner.
Yes, absolutely. Love, man.
Yeah.
We love it.
Treat yourself with some self-love on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's all I got for you guys. I love you guys very much, and I hope that you guys are here with us next week when we go live again. And again, to Zach, we missed you, man, and we hope that you have an amazing time out over in Nashville, and we cannot wait for you to go ahead and get back here and enjoy that love with us, man. So very, very cool. This is AJ signing off. I hope to see you guys next week. Love you guys.
As always, I will be doing my little plug. Thank you to AJ who put that link in our chat. For those of you who didn't get it, just type in lexyline.etsy.com, LEXYLINE period ETSY period COM. Lexyline.etsy.com. Use code AttackTheTalk10. No spaces, all one word. Use code AttackTheTalk10 for 10% off your entire cart of an order of $20 or more. And just simply stating now, guys, one bracelet is $15, all right? Completely custom. So you're already basically there. There's bundles and stuff, and there's completely custom orders, and there's a lot of opportunity for you guys to get something really awesome that I would love to make. And I love crafting and making jewelry. So please check it out, guys. I love you guys so much, and I had so much fun with you all today, and I can't wait to have just as much fun, if not more, with you guys next week, because you said you're coming, so I'm expecting you there. And yeah, that's it. I just wish you guys a great week. Can't wait to see you next week, and love you.
All right, guys. Thank you so much again. Love you guys, and we will see you all later.
Bye.